Hello.
Hooray!
Hi.
Go
Welcome.
team.
Hi.
Welcome to the premiere of Strixhaven.
Back to school.
We finally did it. I'm so sorry it's taken so long to get the ball rolling, but here we are with our lovely crew, ready to go to school or get schooled. Who knows what's going to happen? So,
Bit of both.
probably a little bit of both.
Yeah.
So I am Raza. I am also known as a Draconic DM. I was trying to be the Arcane DM today, but I was told that that's not my name.
Hey.
It's Draconic DM. Let's start with a few introductions before we get the ball rolling. We could roll initiative. Let's do the initiative thing for this as well. Let's see who goes first. I'm going to introduce the crew.
I got it
No
again.
rerolls for this. This is not in the game yet. Okay.
Oh!
I know, and I rolled a disadvantage too.
This is not your character intro. This is just Saint's intro. This is.
Hey, mine's
Go
not
on,
showing
Peter.
up. What
Oh.
did I roll? Oh, it just finished.
Hey, I'm not first.
Oh, wow.
You're not first. Woo!
I got bad news for you, Saint.
What?
I'm too shy to talk.
It's you, not your
It's you, Peter.
character.
It is not Herbie.
This is Peter, not Harvey. Come on.
All right, so we're gonna start with, I believe, Peter. So he is playing a really shy Alan today, but I'll let him explain. I'll let him introduce his character. Well, introduce himself to everyone. I think everyone knows who Peter is.
Hi,
Go ahead, Peter.
I'm Peter. I like long walks on the beach. Lots of food, hot wings, and football. I will be playing Herbie this morning. Herbie is a character based on a character created by my grandmother in her children's book, Herbie the Owl Who Couldn't Hoot. I hope you will enjoy this game. Thank you. I now turn it over to Saint Crystal.
Take it away.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay. Sure. Hi, I'm Saint. I'm playing Simon, who is also an Owlin of no relation. He is very small. What, Raza?
No, I was just saying she's emphasized no.
Yeah,
relation.
very specifically unrelated. Simon is very small and probably not quite as shy as Herbie, but very interested in potions and experimenting with spells and stuff. Very school-minded, which is kind of the point because we're in school. That's all I got. Very
Nice.
small.
All right. Passing the ball over to the lovely Mariana. You may also know her from other games, especially for Metas, as the Kick Butt DM. So,
I'm Mariana. Some of you may know me as Vagabunda or Vagabunda69. I play this time Kailani, a Triton. Or that looks like a Triton. And she is a storm sorcerer, and she's not shy per se. She speaks her mind, and she's very curious, but she's very socially awkward. So that's gonna be fun. And she has very strong opinions.
oh yeah.
I realized that I didn't say what class I was playing. Do you want us to say that, or?
I know that was mostly just to introduce yourselves to the stream, but
Just checking.
I think we can. They'll find out in due time. A little bit of mystery.
Well, oops.
If you want, I'll leave it up to I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to say who you play. Like what?
For the record, Simon is a druid.
There you go. You don't know what druid. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. So,
He's not yet. It's second level then.
Yeah, it's not a specific. I know what he's going for, but we're not there yet.
all right. So, thank you, Mariana. And I do believe you're passing the ball on to Will. Yeah.
Hi everybody, I'm David and I'm playing Merton the Minotaur, who is probably going to, just compared to everybody else, is going to be a little bit bigger at 7 foot. But he is a barbarian with a view to learning about his past. So yeah, that's him.
Nice. Good stuff.
I'm
And
Brandon. I am going
Yes.
to be playing Ash Blackfang, a dwarf. You'll find out more about him later.
love it. Short, succinct,
Yeah.
mysterious. Nah, good stuff. All right. So, with that out of the way, I do believe we can get school
School started.
underway. Okay. So, exciting stuff. All right. So, welcome, everyone. Welcome to Strixhaven. As we all know, throughout the multiverse, it's suffused with magic. The Weaver's ever present there. There's a variety of worlds that boast many places where students can study magic, and many sages who take eager learners under their wings. These sages who take
But
eager
there's no
learners under their
place
wings.
quite
These sages
like
who
Strixhaven
take
University.
eager
There's no
learners under their
place
wings.
quite.
There's a little laughter. I'm trying to ignore.
You could check the stream later. It's fine.
Okay. To be, oh, well, I will. To be called upon in Strixhaven, to attend Strixhaven, is a special kind of honor. Dreams of many young aspiring mages. It's a place of enlightenment, learning, and both graduate and delegates alike are typically welcome, respected wherever they go. Strixhaven was founded 7 centuries ago on the plain of Arcavios by 5 ancient dragons. The Lacrimus Lawhold, Chandrix Silverquill, Tanazia Quandrix, Beladros Witherbloom, and Galazeth Prismari. They had a dream to make Strixhaven a premier institution of magical learning, drawing promising young mages across the multiverse. The university was designed to be equipped with its own campus and faculty, and its 5 colleges, again representing each of the founders. However, it wasn't long before the dragons extended this privilege to attend Strixhaven to everyone. This is what their dream, to educate anyone that was willing to learn. The time came and the opportunity arose that they should cultivate this magical talent outside Arcavios, uniting their powers and tapping into the magical style and arches of their plane at the heart of what would be their university. They were able to forge a powerful arcane crystal that allowed them and that served as a power source that would allow them to move Strixhaven to a more central position across the multiverse. And thus, they were able, again with their combined efforts, to plane shift Strixhaven to Sigil, the city of doors, where it was said that if there was a center to the multiverse, that's where it would be. With some special allowances from the domain's master, the Dark Lady, they were able to establish their university there and open their doors to any of those that sought their wisdom and knowledge. Yes. You, well, when I say you, I mean Cass. All of you are those lucky few that have been bestowed with the honor to attend this prestigious university from all walks of lives to cultivate your budding potentials. But the question remains, will you be up for the challenge? What new wonders and magical secrets await all of you as you take your first steps towards Strixhaven? Will you achieve all of your dreams or more? Or will it prove too much for you to handle? There's only one way to find out. And now, that's where we all take the plunge. Again, I would like to welcome everyone to Strixhaven, a magical multiverse. So,
Woo!
let us roll for initiative to see who is introduced first.
Okay.
Eh.
Oh, someone rolled a nat 20.
I believe Crystal, Simon is doing it with disadvantage.
I don't like going first.
Neither do I, but I don't think I have a choice, considering I was the one who rolled a nat 20.
We have a saying in this channel that the dice have a story to tell.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Are we missing one? Are we missing somebody, right?
I believe it was, did Peter roll?
I see
Yeah,
five
Peter's
in there. Yep.
Herbie's there.
Do you
Same.
need Ash and I to rollies or something? Because we both got 11s and we both have a +2.
Oh,
Oh yeah, rollsies, yeah.
Okay.
roll d20s.
I got a nat 20.
Oh, okay. So you're not.
I
the
go
last
before
one.
Ash, but I'm not first, so it's okay. And then
Ah.
someone said my name. Who needed me?
Right.
Okay. All right.
I got a 1.
Hey,
Nat 20.
nat
and a
1 and nat
one.
20.
So yeah.
Okay.
Let us see. Maybe I should open the turn trackers and keep a better eye
Getting
on
rid of those crap rolls to start.
that. Okay.
Can only go downhill from here.
It's okay.
Oh, hopefully not. Hopefully not.
I will roll and roll.
Okay, let me make that this. 1 second. So we have Merton first, I believe,
Mm-hmm.
followed by, is it Herb?
Herbie.
Yeah,
Herbie.
Herbie the love bug.
fully loaded.
And then I believe it's Kailani.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the love boat.
Mm.
And then Ash, right?
No, Simon.
Nope.
and
Then
then Ash.
Simon, then Ash.
Simon. What did Simon roll? Sorry.
11.
Well, we both
Then
rolled
they-
11s and then we rollied, and I got a nat 20 and he got a nat 1.
Okay. So you go first. Okay. Simon and Ash. Cool. All right. Let's go. As we traverse the multiverse, we come for stop at a very unique setting. A world of heroes and gods. A world that is reminiscent of ancient Greece. We are now hovering above the northern polis of Scophos, where many of the Minotaurs are said to have originated in this plane. I'll bring up the image of the aerial view. The most dominant feature of the polis of Scophos is the labyrinth of Scophos. It draws the attention of all that come far and wide. It is a place of great reverence in this polis. This is where the summons comes from to you, Merton. You were chosen.
Yep.
To enter into the labyrinth again, a most sacred place reserved for those that are worthy. You had approached, and you were greeted by the warden, a very menacing and very well-built minotaur, much like yourself, except he's decked in almost centurion-like armor, full regalia. The warden, known as Minotauro, gave you a look up and down and nodded, snorting, and without saying anything else, led you up the steps into the grand labyrinth of Scophos.
I just give him a nod, an acknowledgement back, and just step past him and start heading into the labyrinth.
Yes. Very briefly, Merton, describe yourself. What does the warden see as he scrutinizes you?
So, Merton stands about 7 foot tall, which is about average height for a Minotaur. He hasn't got much. He's just got his basic garments, and he's got some kind of pack on his back with couple of hand axes and his great axe strapped to his back. And he's got a determined look on his face, as if to say, I need to find the portal, because obviously he's been invited to Strixhaven, and that's quite a high honor for him. So yeah, he's just basically attired and just steps into the labyrinth, and that's how I see him. So
nice. You both step into the labyrinth, Minotauro leading the way. And then very abruptly he turns towards you and giving you another look, he goes, "In Morgus's name, proceed if you are worthy." And he kind of steps aside to let you traverse the labyrinth. And even by instinct, as you're a Minotaur, labyrinths are no challenge to you. Yep. But Morgus only accepts the most worthy of Minotaur kind. I would like you to do me. I guess it would be survival with advantage to navigate the grand labyrinth of Scophos.
Okay. 16.
16? Anyone else would have immediately become lost within this massive maze. Every turn looks exactly like the last, but your innate instincts allow you to traverse. You feel almost something like guiding, something like a tether to you, kind of like drawing you towards the portal that will take you onto your destiny. It doesn't take long until you traverse this labyrinth. And as you reach the end, you're greeted by a grand hall, almost like just pristine, like it's made of the same red stone, but very temple-like, with marble Grecian pillars kind of like stretching out in front of like kind of like a walkway of sorts.
Yeah.
At the far end, there is what seems to be statues of other legendary Minotaurs that have come before you. And kind of leading up these marble steps stands an archway. Again, a very similar Grecian style. Seems to have like a certain shimmer to it. That tether that pulls you is immediately guide you in that direction. Your guide, who was your guide, steps behind you and just watches you.
I don't resist in any way. I just look up and just step towards I'm guessing is a portal, and just step through.
Okay. And as you step through, above the archway is a great depiction of Mogus, who is in Theros, the god of slaughter. It dwarves, basically, like, just to describe the dimensions of this chamber, it's almost 50 foot high, almost cathedral-like. It's like a grand oracle temple to Mogus. And his statues basically almost touches the ceiling. Like his long horns, his spiked armor, his grand battle axe, just, you've got almost that distinct feeling that he's observing you, watching your every move. And as you step through this archway, you hear his voice. He goes, "Go forth, my chosen." And you step through and you feel Theros dissipate behind you. So, moving away from Theros, I do believe we have... I lost my notes. I'm sticking out a little bit. Let's see. So we had Merton, and then we had Herbie, I believe.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, I will.
Herbie.
I will step into the maze very slowly.
It's just like this Alan just navigating the maze in this. No, you.
Merton didn't realize that a little owl stuck in his
Alan
backpack.
perched on the shoulder. He's like, "Let's go."
It means he doesn't get trodden on, so.
That's true. That's very true.
No point in putting off what we can do now for later.
Okay. Herbie.
Yeah.
Herbie.
And
Where is Herbie from? Da-da-da.
Where Well, I was gonna see Herbie. I have chosen. You said a wooded area in the forest. I have chosen. Herbie, magic is not strange to you. It's basically been a part of you for a while. You live in a place where it's an everyday occurrence. The very air crackles with it. Except in this place, it's very unpredictable.
Saint is like sweating.
oh God, I'm going to be a giant turtle. Okay, go ahead.
Not a giant turtle. You lived your life amongst your fellow owl and some other fey-like creatures. You live atop this treetop. Not a city. It was more like a small little community. There's several of these like little communities of, but you reside within the one that is within the realm of Prismere, under the guidance of an archfey that is known to grant wishes to those who greatly desire them. As you look around you, and I'll show you the village. The
Oh. Sorry.
as you look around your home, for not a day past were you chosen to attend the Palace of Heart's Desire. As you looked around the treetops at the many of your brethren coming to and from, you have a sense of excitement. Yes, you are very anxious, but here's an opportunity for you to grow. So it's not long until you made your way with the guidance of a very friendly pink fairy dragon known as Sir Gabru, who had come with the message to you. And you stand right outside the castle. Grand castle that stretches up to the sky. Vines wrapped around one of its towers. Illustrious, well kept. Here you are guided into the grand entrance hall to await your turn to be seen the Archfey. Sibilna. Herbie,
Yeah.
describe what you look like to everyone else as you step into this magnificent palace.
I have big eyes. I have a yellow robe and a blue trim and like that's all I got. I'm sorry. Did I
No, that's
talk
okay.
too loud?
No,
Okay.
you're good. And you are currently, again, in a really grand entranceway. But you do notice this like a sort of a queue. You know that the Archfey Zadorna has a lot of clients that come and try and bargain with her. So while you're waiting in line for your audience with her, you do notice a few others in the line, and you do notice another Owlin that not from your village, but we'll get to that later.
Herbie will kind of ease his way closer to the other Owlin and just kind of stand near, but trying to hide behind this smaller figure.
Okay.
Because he doesn't want to be drawing attention.
As you do that, you hear the sounds of Sir Gabri going, "Next!" Just calling out to the next applicant that walks through into the hall. Again, it's like a purple carpet that's been laid out from the grand open door, double doors into this castle. I mean, kind of like everyone's like waiting in line. And that's where we're going to leave you for now, Herfy.
Okay.
Waiting for your turn.
Thank you.
We pull away
Good
from
luck.
Prismere and the Feywild, and we shoot to the astral plane, straight through a distant world. But what's unique about this world is that this is Strixhaven's home plane. This is Arcavios, a place full of, again, power, magical snarls, archways that dot the landscape, a place that thrums with power. But as we zoom through, we are drawn to a more of an archipelago, more of a island setting. And as we hover above this island, we shoot down straight through the water, right through its surface. And we come to a stop in a nothing short of a wondrous work of architecture. It's a city of splendor. It's beautifully symmetrical, where Tritons have made their home. We are in the Pinzari Islands, and I'll show this around. The glow of the city illuminates the clear blue waters around. Tritons coming and going, minding their business. However, as we home into perhaps the central hub of the city, which is almost like a dome of sorts with beautiful, intricate architecture that adorns it, there's a ship that seems to be leaving the dome, the globe. It seems to be not a skiff, almost like galley size, but it seems to be, traversing almost submersible, like kind of like shooting up from the water, and seems to be rising up to the surface. Beautiful ship. Again, it reflects the clear water around it. It's of clear blue color, elegant golden intricate patterns adorn its hull. However, the masts are not quite, they're not up. It seems to have like these fins that seem to jut out from the sides to kind of help it navigate underwater. The deck of the ship seems to be adorned with like a dome of sorts, with the same kind of glass that the main city has to protect it from the outside elements. Aboard it are a crew of Tritons and several other creatures, minding the ship, tending to its many workings. But the most prominent on the hull, on the forefront of the ship, is three Tritons. Two males. They are, at a first glance, twins. Easily, unmistakably twins. And next to them, as they seem to be looking outwards into the ocean, is a younger Triton, a girl. She seems to be quite enraptured by what her uncles are looking at as well. And I will show you what these Tritons look like. They are typical, like they got the same merfolk features. They got like green-like hair. Again, elegant. They have a sharp, smart look about them. I will pop it up right here. So Kailani, while I bring up your uncles, what do you look like?
Okay. Kailani is like a turquoise aquamarine, kind of a bluish green skin Triton. She's got these thin membranous fins from her wrists to her elbows, and her ears have like fins. Our fins, you don't see the normal ears. She's got some marks around her body in a lighter blue, and a dark mark across her lips, which some might recognize as a dragon mark. She's long, wavy, dark green hair and big, dark blue eyes. She's very light on her feet. And, she wears this like beach vibe Triton garb that has moving waves on it. It's kind of illusion magic on it.
Mm-hmm.
And she seems to sometimes be floating slightly. And she wears these clock wooden sandals that make a lot of noise. And she's got this fractal earring that connects from the lobe, like the bottom of the fin of the ear to the top.
Nice. Yeah, uncles. Again, wearing elegant, pristine archmage robes, standing side by side, kind of looking around in unison. They turn towards their niece. Adrix and Nev, they are well renowned on Arcavios. They were one of the original, well, not original, but they are current professors at Strixhaven. They have certain prestige. They have done great wonders for their home. They look around at their niece, she remembers that she grew up with their legends of them saving their home from a great catastrophe. Tsunami. Only they saw the signs. Only they were apt enough with their equations and calculations to avert disaster. They turn to you now, Kalani, as your ship, the sea foam, makes its way through the waves upwards to the surface. Your uncle, Adrix, goes, Kalani. He goes, and he sees you. Do you look nervous? Do you look excited? What is this?
At this point, excited. Depends what they're going to ask me to do. The nerves might come in.
He goes, Kalani, so what is your objective when you get to Strixhaven?
I want to achieve something mathematically impossible by the end of my stay and by the end of my 4 years. I want to prove an equation that has not been proven yet.
Yes, but and then Nev, it's one of those, like, they speak like they kind of finish each other's sentences, kind of twins. He goes, but what are you going to work on, Kailani?
She lowers her head, trying to make friends.
Say it with meaning.
I will try to make friends. Did my mom put you up to this?
You see, as you say that, your uncle Nev waves his hand. You see this again. His magic is like it's geometric. Like from him, it's like this geometric aura of light blue symbols and equations, and it forms a very spitting image of your mother.
She glares. She glares and floats up about 5 feet.
Yes. I will bring out that. Here we go. Your mother, Yerlin, materializes a very spinning image illusion of her, and she goes, she speaks, and she goes, look after her. She's all I have. Because you promised me that she's going to make friends and she's going to come into her own to get further than I ever could. And she goes, and like the illusion turns to look at you, Kailani, goes, and you remember her saying this again. You remember her, these sentiments are not new to you. And she goes, I love you, my little seashell. And she like dissipates. And you see Uncle smiles. They both smile.
She glares. She floats back down.
They go.
There's a reason why I'm the only thing she. Oh, sorry. There's a reason why I'm the only thing that she's got.
You see uncles, they go. She goes, you know she means well, right? And you
she
see
looks at them.
They look at you.
Yes. I'll try to make friends. I promise I'll try.
And again, we can't show you preference, and then it switches to Adrix. Well, we're there, Kai. We're not your uncles. We are
professors. I know. But if I'm in trouble, you can help, right?
They look at each other. I mean, we're not strangers to trouble. No, we're not. Because it depends what kind of trouble. I have some leeway.
Okay, that's fine.
He goes, before we finish, he goes, Kailani,
Yes.
We've talked about this before. Just so you're prepared, what are the main principles of Quandrix? What he waits for you to both expect you to catch on.
You breathe. It's substance. And she looks at them and she's like, it's substance and Miranda's drawing with a blank. Kailani would know this.
That's okay.
Give me 1 second. Kailani would definitely know this. Miranda's drawing a blank.
That's what the DM puts a curveball.
Yeah, I was not waiting for that. What is this?
So it's substance and theory.
Substance and theory. Thank you. She knows this. I don't. So she says, okay, it's substance and theory. Substance questions whether mathematical equations and theorems exist in the universe independent of their of the interpreter and of anybody who's created it. And theory believes that it's us trying to create a framework to understand the universe, and we have to try to combine both in order to predict and protect the universal nature.
And they look at each other. Okay. Not bad. And they go, but you still have to answer the question. What of theory? You see your uncle pipes up.
Theory believes that mathematical equation. She starts stumbling.
Yeah, so your uncle goes, it's okay. He goes, Kai, it's okay. You're not in an exam. It's basically the philosophy of theory is that mathematical manipulation is the most powerful in the abstract dimensions of the mind. That's the basic concept. Probability and the fabric of magic itself. And he smiles. It's okay. He smiles.
I'll get there.
You'll get there. And he goes, yeah, she'll get there. They're both they smile. They're proud of you. They go, it's okay. We didn't know everything when we first started. You see, Adrix says, speak for yourself. Ari. He goes, really? Kind of he looks at his twin. As this is happening, the skiff has now come to the very edge of the water, has broken the surface, and is now floating atop the beautiful ocean that is your home near the islands. So the ship now shifts configuration. The dome opens and masts extend out, and it starts to make its way across the water. Show everyone what that looks like. I don't think I have that one. But it's not long till you approach the snarl. That is not too far from your home. It's basically, and from your studies, and we also told you that it's basically a ripple in the fabric of space and time. It's where magic can be it's most powerful, but it's the most unstable. And it lies right next to a portal that leads away from Arcadios, a direct link of sorts to Strixhaven. As the ship approaches the snarl, who you see in the distance the shimmer of arcane energy, like a spiral that seems to be shooting up from the water upwards to the sky. Your uncles turn to you again, guys, and remember, math is constant, and as long as you believe in that principle, there's nothing you can achieve, right, brother? He goes, that's the theory. And as they say that, they both put hands on your shoulder, on each shoulder. And as the ship you hear someone call out, "Approaching the snow." They gently kind of grip you, and the ship picks up speed as its engine powers up, and for the final straight shoots forward towards what seems to be like a disturbance, like a shift, like it's like the horizon, but like where the shimmer of the energy shooting, it kind of makes like a ripple effect in the air, and you shoot straight towards it, and you leave Arcavios behind. And that brings us shooting away from Arcavios. We have Simon. Simon, you are standing in this queue.
Mhm.
It's been, you lost count of the time. You were told that this is your chance to apply. This is the chance you were looking for. You're going to be able to learn, Matt. You're going to be able to learn how to protect others. This is it. As you were given the summons from your village to come to the Palace of Hearts to attend the court of the Archface Adulna, you had this little Alan, another Alan, kind of sidle up to you and kind of stand behind you. What does he see? What does this weird little Alan see as he kind of sidles up next to you?
So Simon is about 2'3". He's very small, kind of brownish feathers, with these big yellow eyes, that almost look like they're rimmed, like it looks like he's wearing glasses, but that's just how it looks. And he's got this cloak on that's in this dark sort of foresty green color. Looking at him, you would expect him to know how to stealth around a forest. He's got the right colors for it. He seems to register that someone's approached, but he's got a little notebook open, and has been scribbling in it for a while he's waiting in line. But every so often he'll get so involved in whatever he's writing down, and then when the guy yells next, he startles a little and just floats off the ground a couple feet and then goes back down and keeps writing. He's very small, he's very cute, and then occasionally, after a little while, he puts his hand in his pocket and pulls it out and starts chomping on some bread that he was keeping in his pocket, apparently, and then goes back to writing. And it's, if you try to peek at what he's writing, it's chicken scratch. It would be really hard to read. You're not even sure if Simon can read it, because that's how I write. So that's fine.
Love it. Okay. So yes, it's at this point that you notice that you are the next in line in this lottery of sorts. You hear the fairy dragon call, "Next!"
Okay.
He flies in. He flies until he kind of looks. He goes, "Come on, don't be shy." He's just floating there, flapping his little
I float to his level because I think that's what he wants me to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you look at him. Yeah, you look at him, and he's got this monocle, and he's kind of scrutinizing you with it, and looks you up and down. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Are you gonna wear that?
Where these are all my clothes.
He just firing questions. Never mind, it's too late. Let's go. He
Okay.
The hole.
Simon should be.
Yeah.
We know who the Vilna is.
Oh.
I don't.
The Vilna
I have
is
no
Tasha.
idea what's happening. Oh.
Yeah.
The
So,
Vilna
Herbie, you see
is
this.
Tasha.
This is
Igwell.
fine. It's fine.
Herbie, you see this other Alan get called in and harassed by this purple fairy dragon. Sir Gabru.
The Gabiru.
He steps into the hall, and the doors shut. Simon, you standing in this again lavish hall. To give you a brief description, it's pristine, like it's leading up to the basically it's a throne room, one of the most pristine thrones we've seen. You see tapestries on each side depicting various scenes in the Feywild. You see elegant depictions of different Fey creatures, some made from gold, some from crystal. You're not sure if they're actually statues or this are just people that Zadorna has been displeased with.
Oh no.
You're hoping that it's not the ones that, there's not something that's going to happen to you. So as you approach the throne, upon it is a very impatient-looking humanoid woman. But as you look, she's very like this strong and resemblance to Fae. Like the features are angular, her ears are a little pointed. She's wearing this elegant purple Archmage robes with like a silvery crown that adorns her head, just sitting there on a throne that seems to be made from, again, pristine. I guess it would be more like a crystalline kind of chair, but kind of like snaking with like vines and all sorts. And she sits there waiting for almost, irritated, almost like almost at the end of her patience. And she sees this tiny little Alan in a little cloak walk in. She goes, "Hurry up, Sir Gabriel, I don't have all day. Who's next?" "Oh, look, adorable!" She looks at you, Simon. Goes, Come forward, sweetheart. Don't be shy. Come on. She goes. She like leans forward, and like her impatience and just gone. She beckons you forward.
I think upon seeing all of this, Simon just like very quietly goes, "Wow!" But it like echoes off of everything and becomes way louder than he meant it to. And then when she addresses him, he just goes, "Ah!" and just like tries to go as fast as he can on his little legs. Like forgetting for a minute that he could just fly and be slightly faster. His little legs just go. This is fine.
I was imagining he would hop.
No, he just kind of goes like.
Nice.
Oh,
more of a waddle than a hop. Yeah. And then when he gets here, he immediately just bows because he just assumes that that's what you do. So his head is like touching the floor because he was already so close to it.
This is her sitting on her. She's got this look of just wonder. She goes, he looks at Sir Gabriel, goes, "What's wrong with it?" He goes, "Sweetie, can you not fly?" She looks at you like concerned because he sees you like scuttling along.
Sorry, I fly. But like still try to keep like bowing. So just
yeah.
It's real awkward. It's not pretty.
Yes. She leans forward, and again, it's almost overwhelming to you. Here you are, with a ring of marble-like pillars, sculpted from images of fairies and demons, support the arts circular chamber with this all-powerful archway before you. Stained windows, magnificent hall. How did this happen? Why am I here? She leans forward and she goes, "Come on, sweetie. What is your heart's desire? What can the donut grant you?"
Okay. Hello. I am.
Hello.
I'm just trying to figure out how I can best protect my home and my people. And I've been working on a couple things, but I'm not quite there yet. And then I got invited here. Hello.
Yes. No, I did. Yes, you are part of it's a new initiative of sort. Like, sweetie, she goes, I here to grant your heart's desire, and you were chosen, it seems, for great things. So she looks at Sir Gabaru. She goes, what's his name? It kind of like pops up next to her, pulls out this long list. Like, oh, let me see. Like, Herbie. No, sorry, Simon.
Okay.
Simon. He's a Simon. She goes, his name is Simon. He's not a Simon. She kind of looks at him. She goes, sorry, madam. So sorry. Yes, this is an Alan Simon. And she looks at him. Gabaru. Shh. Just fades into the background behind her throne. She goes, well, my sweet Simon, what if I were to tell you that is all your dreams are not dreams anymore? Are you ready to set off to a place that can nurture what you seek?
Okay. Yeah, I have my cloak and I have my book. And okay. I just stand there. I don't know what we're doing, so I just like stand there clutching my book. I'm ready.
She goes, oh, he looks around, she goes, so she's overwhelmed by how adorable you are right now. She just can't focus. She goes, sweet son. She goes, Strixhaven awaits you. Your wish is granted. And she stands up, and you see there's like a surge of magical power. Like kind of like it's not visible. It's like a thrum, like a you feel the tingles. It's almost like you're being electrified. Almost. There's a powerful blast of magic from that. She holds up her hands and brings them together, and you see just from thin air, she kind of grabs nothing that you can see. She basically folds the fabric of space and just creates like a doorway that shimmers in front of you. She looks at you. She goes, I expect great things. Maybe we'll meet again someday. She goes, now go before I keep you, you adorable little thing. She goes, she turns off.
Thank you. And then halfway through, he realizes he can fly, and he pops back up and then goes.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes. This is Gabaru. Say, Gabaru, where are you? He's like, pops up again. I was talking to you. He's like, yes, man. I was trying to get the next person in. Just go. It's on the phone. Herbie, the door's open, and you hear Sir Gabaru go, next. Oh, is there a Herbie in the house? He flies out. He looks around. He sees you.
Here. I kind of shuffle forward.
I can't. Yeah, I can't hear you. Are you Herbie? Yes, you're Herbie. Okay,
Yes.
this way.
Herbie.
He kind of points, just like fluttering there. And he flies into the hole.
I follow, and I'll go wherever I'm told.
Yeah, you see the same thing that you saw, that Simon saw. You see just a lavish circular chamber at the very far end, atop a throne of glass, vines that seem to intertwine it. This gilded throne is the archface of Vilna. She goes, another one? She goes, sweetie, please, come on. She waves you over. Okay.
I'll kind of
Yeah,
ease forward and hop up on the... Does she have a desk?
No.
Okay. Then I will just ease forward and say, hi.
It's so quiet that she goes, I'm sorry? She kind of leans forward.
Hello.
She looks, you see Gabaru flutters next to her. And this is the Herbie one. She looks at him. It's not a one. It's an. Oh, sorry, madam. Yes, this is an Alan.
Thank you.
She looks at you. She goes, She goes, wow. I am really, really. Why do I not have an owl in my court? She looks at Gabaru. He shrugs. Make it happen.
We're adorable.
Oh, sorry, Herbie. I'm so sorry. Said Gabaru, get on it. And he nods, genuflects, and flies away, and disappears in a puff of pink smoke. Yes, sweetie. What can I grant? What is your heart's desire?
I want to find my voice. My voice. My voice.
Mm-hmm. She goes, I can hear though. You have your voice. She goes, what do you mean?
I can't. People can't hear me.
Oh. She kind of like.
I can't hoot. Hoot.
She leans back. She scrutinizes you. She goes, there's something about you, young Herbie. Like, before she was like, oh, this is another cute Alan, but something seems to have caught her attention about you.
I do like to help people. To heal them.
You seek a place where you can cultivate this voice of yours, this need to heal?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to tell you, my sweet Herbie, that is no longer a dream. And she stands up and she goes, Zabilna has seen your heart's desire. Your wish is granted. And she stands up and again she does the same thing. She folds space and she creates a shimmering arcane portal in front of her. And she goes, go forth and find your voice, young one.
Thank you. And he'll step through the portal.
Okay. And as you leave the court of Zabilna, you hear, the last thing you hear is, that was so adorable. And she just like...
Yeah. I'm so happy for you guys that you chose to be adorable characters. Because the Vilnikin.
I love. Get me one for my court to look at.
Like, I must
Not
have
before
one.
I keep you were this close to becoming hers.
One of Simon's siblings somewhere just gets summoned to court and lives there now.
Just you home. You live here now. All right. As we leave the Castle of Heart's Desire, we travel through space and time, and we end up in a very familiar setting on the world of Toril, hovering above a grand city known as the City of Splendors, Waterdeep, City of Intrigue, spies, syndicates, the home of powerful mages. We have an aerial view of the city as we hover over it. There you go. It's near sunset. The city is alive with the sound of trade and people minding their own business and going about their, ending their day. This truly marvelous cosmopolitan city draws people from all walks of life. Ash, this is home.
This is home.
This is home. As you hear the call of the gulls, as you make your way to the castle ward, again, not a ward that you have ever had the privilege to go to. This is
Not at
where
all.
all the high-ranking nobles and the seat of Castle Waterdeep and the Open Lord herself.
Yep.
It is a grand honor. You barely believed it when a messenger wearing the sigil of the city with a talbot of the crescent moons had come to deliver a message straight from the Open Lord, summoning you, giving you the honor to come and have an audience with her. Because Strixhaven had accepted you.
It's a surprise
Ash,
to me too.
describe to us what you look like as you make your way with these at least two Waterdevian guards that seem to be escorting you towards the castle ward. What do you look like?
Ash is your typical dwarf. He's about 4'4", black hair down to just past his shoulders. He's not that old yet. Small bushy beard that covers most of his face, all black. He's going to have a polished breastplate, gleaming with the family crest with just chisel on top. He's going to have a purplish gold cloak hovered around him. He's going to have a battle axe on his back and a shield at his side. He's going to have a few pouches in and around him. He doesn't really know what to take, so he's just grabbing the basics, and he'll figure it out as he goes.
Okay. Yes. So, again, the sounds of the city all around you. You follow these armed guards to the castle wood. And as you approach the high walls and cross to the gate, and they acknowledge the other guards at their posts, they lead you straight up towards Castle Waterdeep.
As I go up there, I am going to be probably looking at the architecture and taking some mental notes and do some drawings on them later.
Yes. Again, Castle Waterdeep is one of the oldest buildings in Waterdeep. Rich history. You immediately take upon the ancient architecture and you make note of it. You never had a real close look. So
No.
This is the opportunity. You make your way through the portcullis into beyond the walls of the castle, up to the grand steps and to the double oaken doors. You walk into a pristine hall with seems to have two double spiral staircases that seem to go up towards a higher level. One of the guards, a tall, muscular man with short brown hair, but almost like a buzz cut of sorts. Very professional, very like he's got captain vibes to him. He turns to you with and proudly with his emblazoned crest, and he goes, "Wait here while I announce your presence to the Open Lord." And he looks towards his subordinate.
Yep.
I'll
just give him a nod.
And he walks up this grand staircase and out of sight. You look around, and it's hard to believe that you're pretty much in the heart of this great city. This is basically almost a hub of power.
Yes.
It's not long as you look around the tapestries and the other basically reminders of the grandiousness of this place, the red lavish carpet and such, and the marble statues, and the grand chandelier above you. The captain returns. He stands at the foot of the steps and he goes, "You may ascend."
Thank you. I'll just start walking up.
Yes. And he waits there patiently. His subordinate behind you, kind of keeping pace with you. He gets to the top step, then immediately he turns like a well-oiled machine, and walks to the left, and you kind of follow him down this corridor again. Similar tapestries adorn the walls, and you reach a set of beautiful mahogany doors with golden handles at the far end. And again, there's two other guards that stand at attention there. And as they see him approach, you see they're like kind of slacking a little bit. They're like kind of looking at each other, like chatting, and then they see this captain of the guard. They straighten up and they like salute him. And he goes, "At ease." And he goes up to the door and raps on it. He goes, "Open, Lord. He is here." He turns to her and waits the reply. And she hears this very light voice goes, "Allow him in, Captain. I am at his this I've got an error in my brain. He is most
Windows
welcome.
error.
I am at his service. Windows has crashed. Wow. And he, without wasting time, he he grabs the doors and kind of like pushes them open, and he stands aside and he does like a salute.
Yep.
And he does like a bow.
I'll just start walking.
Yes. You walk past him into this really neat and well kept study. You see shelves kind of line the side of those and beautiful what's it called, windows that seem to overlook outside to the city below. See a long table on the side. Seems to be a few bits of papers and all sorts. And there seems to be on the right hand corner of this room, there seems to be like a lounge, like of with velvet sofas. And at the far end, the open lord, Laryl Silverhound, seems to be kind of makes her way from around the desk, and she seems to have sees you come in, smiles, and goes, "Welcome." She goes, "Ash, is it?" She kind of looks at you.
Yes,
Ooh.
Ash Blackfang of the Blackfang Family Foundries.
Yes, your family has quite the reputation here.
Thank
Their
you.
works are quite worthy.
We have been working on that for generations. Thank you.
Thank you for your family service to our great city.
Yep, no worries.
She then says, "But I am being rude," and you notice that she's not alone.
Mhm.
You notice that aside from her, and I'll show you. Actually, I forgot to show you what she looks like. But yeah, again, for those who do not know, they also a beautiful, elegant woman, slender, wearing pristine white archmagi robes, long silvery hair, like almost like this ethereal beauty to her. She looks towards this lounge, and you see 3 individuals. One of them is someone that's also well known in the city, an ebony woman with similar robes, but black, with this gnarled staff by her side. The black staff, Raja Safar, stands in attendance. She stands up from where she was sitting, and she kind of nods at you.
I'll give her a nice good bow.
Yes, she acknowledges this, and just a sec, I'm having a bit of a issue with this. There we go. No. Huh.
Roll 20 crashed.
Yeah. No, it's more like the DM is. Here we go. A lot of things.
Nice.
Yes.
Not seen Lariel in a while.
And yes, and again, wearing her robes and her coat with the white ruffle around her neck is Rasha Safar, the black staff. But again, as she kind of acknowledges your presence, she turns to look at the other 2 individuals sitting near her, and you see this. Laryl is beautiful, elegant, but this other woman seems to be something about her. There's almost a radiant splendor to her. Very similar to Leoba, yet different. Laeral turns to her and goes, I don't believe you would have known Othlo Denari, true one of the witches of Rashomon. And you see, again, for everyone, just take a look at this elegant, again, with very similar long hair. Again, unlike Laeral, it glows. Almost all of her glows. Othlo Denari, you may say something if you wish.
She just bows. I knew there was going to be a crossover in there. Denari is a character from another campaign, but yes, she just
Nice.
bowed.
Yes. And then she turns her gaze to a young man with a shock of white hair, very scholarly-like, very well-kept young man. And he gets up and he looks and he smiles at you. He goes, pleasure. My name is Lance Steele. I am not as prominent as Volo, but I am making my name across Faerun. I'm especially planning an expedition back to Cholt. He goes, a pleasure to meet you, Ash. I am
Absolutely.
actually an alumni of Strixhaven. He goes,
Oh,
"You're gonna
okay.
like it."
That's good. I appreciate the invite. I did not see this coming at all. It has brought the family is quite happy. Thank you.
He nods. He goes, it is quite the place. And he goes, most never, as you say, most never see it coming.
Yep.
And takes a seat again. Laeral Sohan goes, please, make yourself comfortable, Ash.
I will.
Ash,
Yep.
Yeah, you can take a place on one of the pristine couches.
Yeah, I'll take the battle axe out first. Set the shield down. Yeah.
Right. And they everyone kind of sits back down after they kind of sit back down.
Mm-hmm.
Lance kind of steebles his fingers, kind of looking very curiously with a soft smile. Roger so far hasn't said it. She's just like serious. She also sits. And Laeral goes, well, Ash, as I said before, in the letter I sent you, this is a great honor. We haven't had someone attend Strixhaven for a while. It doesn't happen every day. Do you know what you seek to achieve in Strixhaven?
I have a few ideas on what I would like to do. I have been trying to help the family out as best I could over the last years, but I'm not the best at stonework. I've tried to figure out a few, like what I could be good at to help the family, but I don't have any, I don't have the brain or the artistic flair for masonry, but I am good with bookworking, bookkeeping. And so my main ideas for to help the family, I would like to try and build them across the planes of existence. So I'd like to try and set up a shop in many realms. So try and get contracts and paperwork and just the logistics of how to do that.
You see Lance, like the whole time he's just being nodding, he goes, wow, that's quite the endeavor. He goes,
yeah, go big or go home.
He smiles. Yes, don't I know it? And he goes, and he looks towards around the room to see everyone else's reaction. And you see Vajra Safar finally turns to you again, and she goes, yes, very ambitious. She goes, but I do sense great potential in you, Ash. Again, your family has brought great honor to us. She goes, you might be wondering why we all have gathered here today.
That thought had crossed my mind. Yes, I just assumed one person. This
great
is
personality.
This is a little bit more than I expected.
She goes, the secrets of Strixhaven are not known to the wide public. They are restricted, and obviously we're taking great measures in making sure that secret is guarded for only those that are worthy and chosen.
Understood.
She looks to Laryl. She looks to Denari.
Which is kind of glaring at the young man for his comment. She straightens up.
Goes,
You know,
she looks, myself, Open Lord Lero, and Denari, we each hold a piece to the sequence of sigils that will activate the portal to your destination.
Perfect. Thank you.
Masters of our own art and the arcane, we decided to get together and grant you this great honor. And she stands up, and Lero kind of like gestures to Denari. You see Lero kind of goes towards. As you walked in, again, there was like this. Didn't get to say it, but there was like this beautiful rug, like a very almost like one of them, this really lavish, almost Persian-like rugs. That was like red.
Yep.
She walks over to it, and she waves a hand over it, and it moves. It kind of stands almost like it's almost upright. It stands, and it flows away, or flutters away. Sorry.
Yep.
And underneath it is a teleportation circle. Well, at least there seems to be sigils of the teleportation circle. She looks towards the young man, Lance Steele. She goes, Lance, would you provide us your trinket that will serve as the channel? And he goes, well, yes, of course, Lady Silver. He kind of goes forth, and around his neck, he removes this necklace, and it has, you have not seen you're very well versed with craftsmanship. It's not something you've seen before. It's almost made out of glass, but it seems to shimmer like it refracts the light. It seems to be like and like any creature you've seen, but it seems to symbolize some kind of creature that's almost doesn't seem to be. Is it elemental? You're not sure. Is it?
Okay.
Yeah, it's crystalline in nature. He provides this necklace to Laryl. She looks towards the Blackstaff and to Denari, and she stands at the outer borders of this teleportation circle. She goes, and she looks at ladies when you're ready, and she looks towards Denari to start channeling the spell.
Yeah, Denari waves her staff, rotating it in her hands, almost like the staff itself is floating, and this light comes up, kind of similar to what he's described with Zabilna, where just a ripple starts to open in reality.
Yeah. As this happens, Ash is going to take the entire scene in, and he's going to use capture memory. So as soon as he gets to Strixhaven, he can transfer what he sees onto paper.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's so good.
I want a picture of this. So yeah, but as she does so, it's like light is emanating, like it almost obscures the room a little bit. Light emanates from her whenever she casts magic. So
I'm gonna say I really like that. Ash, you can, when we start playing, you may add a reroll point. And as Denari starts channeling, making a ripple, like the three women start channeling their power into the circle as well, kind of just deadly focused on this grand endeavor, and the circle starts to light up. And it's like a combination key of sorts. As Denari chants, part of the circle lights up with strange new runes that kind of like shift and change to match her sequence of it. Raja Safar stands forward taps the staff on the edge of the circle, and it starts to light up a different set of sigils. And finally, Laryl Silverhand steps forward, outstretched, with her hands outstretched, and channels her silvery aura into the sigil, and it completes the sequence and starts to, again, the ripple becomes stronger and shimmers in place as Laryl holds out the trinket that seems to like fly out of her hand. Like she outstretches her hand, it kind of flies, and it's kind of like hovering there and channeling all that energy into the sigil as well. Her aura, the portal opens. You see the young man, Lance Steele, looks and goes, good luck. And he goes, I don't think you'll need it, though. You seem to be a man with a mission. You go nod to you.
Yep. Well, I hope to make everybody here proud.
Did I not show you what he looks like?
I think you showed Denari, Lariel, Blackstaff, but not takes them. Sorry, Lance Steele.
Lance Steele, yes. Do you guys see him now, or is it still not working?
I don't see him.
No.
Oh my. Okay.
That's why I thought he didn't show what
hang on.
Lance looks like.
Hang on. I know. The DM goofed. That's why.
Okay.
All right. There he is. Looking barely scholar. You believe it when he says he's been
An alumni.
alumni. Yeah. And as you do, you step into the center of the sequence of this circle, and you feel yourself drawn from Faerun straight across towards Strixhaven.
Oh.
And I'm going to say we could probably take our break here, as all of our players are now
En
Convergent.
route.
Yay!
Huzzah.
We're here
Huzzah!
finally. Ooh.
How long of a break are we taking?
5-10 minutes. It depends how everyone is. I'm good with 5.
Sounds good.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. We will be right back.
Mm-hmm. Hurrah.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
Right. Welcome back, everyone. Last we left off, our students are on their way. From all walks of life, from different planes of existence, they are converging as we speak on Strixhaven. So, what we're going to do as this is happening, so let me just check something. Okay. So, Merton,
Yes.
you step through that portal with Mogus whispering whispering behind you. Step through, and you immediately find yourself facing this just grand looking courtyard of sorts. Like, it's magnificent, it's pristine, it's massive. Before you is the archway commons of Strixhaven.
Ah. So
You look at this massive arch. That is, you look at literally at the foot of these steps. You see the well-groomed hedges, shrubs, the trees. But what dominates the skyline is a massive arch of jagged stones that float over the massive dome building in the distance. Each of these stones points towards the ground, and they're all like smooth and flat. Again, in the whole horizon, you see what seems to be these 5 lines of beacon towers that radiate out from the center of the campus, like these enormous spokes that stretch more than 100 miles out into the surrounding countryside. See, it almost seems to just keep going from where you're standing.
Right.
And as you look from here, taking those, so you see that in the distance, you see these torches, because that's what they are, beacons. They seem to have like this flicker of magical flame to them. And as you are kind of looking around, you see walking past you, coming through their own portals and through sigils on the ground. You look down and you see that you're standing on, again, the same cobblestone kind of path that leads up to the Outer Commons, but beneath you is the grand symbol of Strixhaven. And everyone seems to be like people are coming through, different creatures and different humanoids seem to be stepping through forward. And amongst them is a very timid looking Herbie, who to the side near one of the shrubs, this portal opens and he tumbles out. This tiny, timid looking one.
I see him take a tumble, and I take a step towards him as if I'm going to help him stand up and just. I'm obviously, how tall's Herbie? Probably minuscule to me. So I get down on my knees.
2 feet 7 inches.
Yeah. So I have to be careful. I'm not going to tread on him and squash him.
Thank you.
And I'm just going to pick him up and just brush him up. And, are you all right?
Yes. I'm fine.
You must be a new arrival too.
Yes.
Don't suppose you know where we're supposed to be going?
No. I don't know, but I'll go with you.
That's fine with me.
Okay.
Would you
Yeah, go ahead. No,
I'm
you're
just
right.
saying. Would you mind if I put you on my shoulder?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I tell you why. Like I say, as you can see, I'm quite a big creature, so I don't want to really be treading on you. So at least I know where you are if you're on my shoulder.
Oh, okay.
So I just pick him up and put him on my shoulder.
As you do that, you hear this soft voice. Well, we hear this soft voice call, "First years, come to me." As you turn to look in that direction, at the same time, Kailani, as you cross the threshold of Arcavios into the beyond, your ship it goes through, and it still seems to be sailing, but now it seems to be sailing down this. The ocean is gone, and it's like this beautiful crystalline, almost like river that seems to be winding back and forth. And you see from a different angle the same thing that Nerton has seen. You see the coming in from the left. You see the beautiful spires, these massive arch of jagged stones. You see the beacons as your ship keeps sailing. Your uncles turn to look at you, and in unison they go, "Welcome, Kailani, to our living." And they
She's like big smile floating off the ground.
And you see the ship makes its way to down this winding crystalline river towards what seems to be a dock with that seems to be just waiting for your ship to arrive, with some people waiting for you on these docks. And as that happens, kind of you look around and you feel it's not just what you see. It's like you feel the air is charged with magical potential. Like it's vibrant. You're not sure if it's the energy of the people or the very essence of this place itself, but you feel it. You're very attuned to magic innately, and you feel that. And you see your Uncle Adrix looks at you and smiles because you feel it, don't you?
She does. She's like very happy. she like pulls out her spell book, her pretend spell book, and starts writing feverishly on it.
And you hear out calling from behind on deck, "Prepare to dock!" Prepare! And all the sailors start to like assemble to try and like start the docking procedure. As this is happening, Simon, your port opens, and you find yourself, for one brief moment, you see again the same horizon, the same magnificent view, but then you realize that you're in the air, and you look up, you like look around almost like comically, and you see that you're on top of one of these long pine, like one of these elegant shrubs, well, one of the tall trees, like right above it, your portal opening up there, and just up there. What do you do?
And I just kind of, I let myself fall a little and throw out like a druid craft little vine to just catch myself on the tree and like grab onto the tree. Like hold on to the top.
Make sure you, so Simon, you do that, and as you secure yourself and you look below you, you see the large basically crest of Strixhaven. You see it light up again, and you see this ashen colored dwarf appear.
Ooh.
As soon as I come through, like, what's the first thing I would see? Just the
you
picture?
see, yeah, you would see the steps leading up to the Archway Commons, and you see a lot of students coming and going up the steps, and you also hear this voice, first years to me. And as you look around, you would curiously see up in one of these trees, this tiny little bird just look like hanging on a vine, just looking down.
I'm gonna look up at it and shake my head and just kind of go, I knew this was going to be challenging, but okay. And do I see my companions in front of me, like the Minotaur, a couple Owlin?
Yeah, so you see a few students that, you do spot a very curious sight amongst a variety of people.
Most likely going to be gripping my battle axe, my shield, and going into this as, this is going to be different.
Like a small crowd is forming. But yeah, there is one that stands out. He's bigger than most people. He's tall, he's broad. You see this large minotaur with what seems to be another bird-like person on their shoulder, making their way through the crowd to the front of the proceedings.
Would Kailani be like running and just bumping into him?
I'll probably look at the minotaur, grip my axe, and look at the bird and go, I wonder if that's his pet or his dinner.
And that's when Kailani just zooms past, like bumps into you.
Are you bumping into me or Ash?
No, Ash.
I just watch her just run past. It's just like, I just have a very perplexed look on my face. It's just like, and shrug. It's just like, excuse me, as if to say you're being rude for just being rude. There's a little bit of indignance there from me, because just like, hang on a minute, and the confusion is there. It's just like, one, he doesn't know where to go, and two, it's just like all these people are running past him. It's just like he's not used to the amount of people he's seeing at the minute.
She stops.
Yeah.
And she turns. She stops and turns and goes, I'm sorry, She starts floating off the ground. And she's like, I didn't, what, hi.
Hello. My name's Merton. What's yours?
Kailani, hi.
Hi.
We're about to be late. I'm assuming you're first shoes, if you're saying.
I have no idea where I'm going. Do you?
Yeah, this way.
Oh, okay. I'll follow you then.
Herbie will lean close to Martin's ear and say, I'm Herbie.
Nice to meet you too, Herbie. Shall we crack on?
Yeah, that guy, Ash seems scary, so I kind of like go around him when I climb down off the tree. But she looks like she knew where she was going, so I go to follow her. And then she stops and talks to that very, very, very tall man, and I see another little owlin, and I don't know that I recognize him or not, but that seems safer somehow from the dude with the axe. So I'm gonna try and can I try and very quietly follow her?
Sure.
But she heard Merton speak to somebody that she didn't see, so she's like, "Huh? Who?"
I just point to my little owlin friend. He's up here.
She starts like writing in her book.
Hi.
You're an owlin, right?
Yes.
Never seen one. That's cool.
I'm Herbie.
Do you fly?
Yes. Yes.
Can you fly?
He'll yell. Yes.
Oh,
Yells. Yes.
she starts like trying to inspect. She doesn't want to like be super invasive just yet. She's like trying to inspect. Oh, right, we're gonna be late. And she turns and looks back this way, and she like.
Okay.
I take off after her.
Ash is pretty much going to sit there for a second and take a deep breath. He's going to reverse his axe and slowly walk towards the voice that is yelling for first years. And as he walks, he's just going to keep putting the butt end of his axe in the ground as he keeps walking up.
Okay. So as you do, can make your way through the crowd, you hear again that soft voice, and as you kind of climb the stairs, and then at the top of these stairs, you kind of going through the crowd of excited first years, you see this kindly looking owlin woman with these pristine dark robes. She turns her kindly amber eyes and she hoots. Ooh, she kind of ruffles her feathers. She goes, first years to me. She kind of expands like her wings out, kind of like motherly like, kind of like urging people to like come forth and see the excited chatter of students kind of like they surge forward. Kailani, I assume you are trying to get to the front of the procession, like
Yeah.
like.
She's making sure that Merton and with Herbie are following, because that's the ones she knows are following her. She's trying to make sure that she's not cutting through spaces that are too small for him. But she's definitely trying to get to the front.
Yes, you see. She goes, all right, settle down. She goes, welcome. She looks around and she ruffles her beautiful, pristine brown feathers, and she looks around at everyone, and she, with a smile on her face, she goes, I am Professor Mavinda Sharpbeak. Welcome all to Strixhaven. You have all been cordially invited to learn whatever it is that you decide to learn from our great institute. And she looks around at everyone and goes, shall we begin the tour? And she kind of like looks at everything, like a lot of chatter, excited, like lots of people around. She waits for everyone to kind of like calm down, and she goes, well, when you're ready, follow me. And she kind of like turns and starts making her way down the walkway.
About how many new students are there?
Ooh, there's at least more than a dozen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
So fairly select people came. Okay.
What are their names?
Okay.
You'll find out. All right.
So is it about a dozen besides us, right?
A dozen besides you guys, yes. More, a little bit. That's basically a head count, but yeah, maybe a little bit more. A dozen.
What were you saying, Simon?
Never mind.
Sorry.
Simon, what happened, Simon?
No, it's fine. It passed.
No?
It's fine.
It passed. So she starts the tour. She starts walking down. She goes, this, and she kind of like gestures towards this grand space. This is the Archway Commons. This, and she kind of then nods towards, as you're walking and talking, the head of it. She goes, and that, she points, is the Dawnbow. And she points to the massive arch of jagged stones. And those the torches of enlightenment that have been here since time immemorial, since the founders, that light the way to enlightenment. And she kind of keeps walking, and there's like a bit excited chatter. Someone roll me a d20.
Ooh, not me.
I got it.
Not it.
Not it.
18.
So, as you hear her explaining all this, you see this very excited, ebony-skinned, very jovial-looking young man with fiery red hair, pointing, and his eyes seem to glow with that same vibrant energy. He kind of bumps into you, Kailani. He seems to also have been quite like trying to make his way to the front. Big smile. He turns to you with this big pearly smile. He goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry." He looks at you. He goes, "I'm Xantha." He goes, "You look as excited as I am." This Janassi again gives you this big smile. He turns towards everyone else and goes, "Hello, nice to meet you." As you kind of like all walking, like he's walking and talking. I'll show you what this very excited, very happy man looks like. As you, Mavinda Sharpbeak, Professor Mavinda kind of keeps the tour going. Xantha turns to everyone in turn and gives him a big smile. He's just got this very crackling energy to him.
Simon just kind of looks between this fire and this water person, like somewhat confused, but very intrigued. I don't know what this is, but okay.
Kailani also looks at him. Like, just stares. And then suddenly remembers she's listening to the professor and turns back.
Okay. So as he kind of like looks at everyone in turn, smiles, introduces himself, keeps going with the tour, and goes, "But I think the one thing that stands out the most in our grand campus is the bibliopex." As she points to the large dome building. Now, as you're drawing closer, you get to see just how large this building is, how much of it dominates the campus. She starts to lead you up towards it, towards its grand steps. You see that she goes, "Here we have, in our glorious halls, a vast library that holds the knowledge of the multiverse. I feel like a lot of you students will be making yourselves quite at home." And she looks, and she gives a little happy hoot to herself. "I know for a fact that is one of my favorite places." And she leads you towards this enormous dome building and up the steps to this grand doors that are wide open. And she kind of steps through. And as you all kind of like follow her in, you see just this is already impressive. Like the whole camp, like what you see with the archway comes, but then you see that the bibliopex is just, as you said, a repository of knowledge.
I have a question. When we were approaching it, did we see anything that would have listed like what times the library's open, or if it's always open?
Nothing on the outside. As you walk in past the majestic marble archways, you see, as you cross that threshold, you see tomes upon tomes seemingly stacked for miles. And again, the infectious energy of hundreds of other young students that seem to be converging, going in and out of the biblioplex, laughing, talking. You are now at the heart of Strixhaven, the Grand Library. Their sights, sounds, and sparks of magic are, wondrous. You see, I'll actually bring it up. Yeah, and we're going to switch maps. Actually, I will go to show you guys the Archway Commons.
Oh,
Show you briefly. You'll walk past that grand statue in the middle on your way to the Biblioplex, depicting a mage of the past, maybe an ancient that taught here. You will now move you to the Biblioplex. So there we are.
I have a question. At this point, have I noticed Simon?
All right. Let's play this. Simon, do me a stealth roll and Carlani perception.
Guidance.
No, I have not. I have not noticed
Nope.
Simon.
Black screen. Yep,
16.
there we go.
I
There we
rolled
go.
5, dear. I have not noticed.
Not at all. All right. So, can everyone see the screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Feel free, guys. So you would be here, coming into the Biblioplex. So you may drag your tokens. You are able to do. You
Oh
should
my
be
God.
able to.
The map is really big.
Oh yes. It's
I
not.
dragged my token and it was like a dot.
A dot. Yeah. I was like.
Yeah.
I don't see my
Listen.
token.
Me neither.
Hey, man.
Where would it be?
It would be character options. Right.
All I see is first year courses.
Not that one. That makes
It's
sense.
mine at least is a welcome to
welcome to
Strixhaven.
Strixhaven.
Yeah.
That's welcome. And you should be able to drag your token.
Still
Drag
don't
your
see
character.
You still don't see yours?
Nope.
In the journal.
Yeah, I don't think it's assigned.
It says it is, but okay.
Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. I was in the wrong browser window.
Ah, you're in a map
Wow.
cam.
Map cam.
Which one's that? That's Simon or Simon?
I'll be there in a sec.
Hmm.
Have to refresh.
That's so good. It's okay.
And where is Ash again?
Don't know.
He is lost in space. Ash. Let us see if the settings are correct.
So under
Should be.
Welcome to Strixhaven, I click on me.
Right.
You just drag it.
So you drag
Yeah,
it.
you just drag it. Yeah.
Drag your where it says your name. You just
You
drag
click-
it to the.
Ah.
There you go. Sorry, I should have said that. I should have dragged
Gotcha.
it. Yeah. Thank you guys for helping the confused DM. Okay.
There you go. We're at the bottom of the map.
Yeah. I'll ping it.
Way down there. If
Yeah,
you
like
shift
that,
ping,
because
it'll
I
move the
think
map.
The map is pretty big.
But
Da-da-da-da-da. I didn't mean to do that.
Alright. Is everyone on the Z map?
I
Think
still
so.
don't see.
Herb? I'll put Herbie down.
Oh, there.
Nice.
Hey, we're all there.
That's another Ash.
Yep, I see two. How do we get rid of that one?
Ash got cloned.
Click
Alright.
on it and delete. Yeah. I only see one. Well, yeah, there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm.
Now.
Now there's
Oh,
two
there's
of me.
So these-
Yeah,
so these-
and I think Ash is
Simon?
on top of Simon,
So-
right?
Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, that's fine.
No, I was trying to stay away from the scary man.
There he is.
I was with the water lady.
Checkmate.
And Herbie is on the back of
Me.
Merton, right?
Yep.
So yeah, so Aaron, you all have passed these magnificent double doors with these vertical handles that are each carved in the likeness of a robe's collar. You see, Professor Mavinda kind of turns to all of you and goes, this way. And she points to, she nods towards the right as you kind of come in. Not to the right, sorry, to the left.
Okay.
She's confused. To the right. And she goes, this, she is the lounge. And you kind of see as she nods to it, you see this luxurious couches, sturdy tables that seem to furnish the spacious area. You see that there's a few students that are lounging here as well, kind of mind their own business, chatting, laughing, all sorts. She goes, this is where most of you may come to relax amongst other staff members, employees. She points to the tables. She goes, each of these tables provides reading material that could serve, that advertises certain jobs, that advertises extracurriculums, etc. She actually goes to one. She pulls up this recruitment flyer that depicts a list of extracurriculars. And she actually picks up a pile of them. And she goes, anyone that's interested, she kind of holds them out for anyone to take them like a flyer.
I will definitely grab one.
I also grab one.
I'll grab one.
I'll grab one.
She picks up a flyer. What does it say on the flyer?
It's just basically,
Extracurriculars.
it's just a list
The
of
extracurriculars.
extracurricular activities.
Oh yeah, Kailani is kind of she grabs like two.
So she goes, and these are for jobs. And she kind of holds up another pile.
She runs up, takes another one.
Yeah.
I also pop up and take one. Very quietly.
For the rest, she kind of waves her hands, and you see the flyers flutter out of her hands and start to kind of fly on, almost a life of their own, kind of fly around and approach different students. They kind of pick them up as well. For those who hadn't approached, she just kind of casts and makes them move towards people that had not received them. Some take, some don't. It's basically the next flyer is depicting jobs that you may pick up later. She goes, and to our left, and to our right. She keeps getting mixed up. Poor Alan. She goes, this is our cafe. She kind of, you see there's numerous tables, chairs, and all that, and seems to lead into a cafeteria of sorts. You see a number of students, again, they're chatting. Some are studying. One of them you see is this elven boy, kind of just with a book in front of, just asleep on top of it.
Kailani puts her arm up.
She goes, for all your needs, obviously you cannot study on an empty stomach, and I always recommend that you look after yourselves well, okay? And well, follow me. And she kind of keeps walking down the main
She had her
main
hand
walkway.
raised.
Yeah, I had my hand raised. Kailani kind of looks at the lady.
Sorry, Mavinda wasn't looking at the camera.
Oh, okay.
She goes, any questions? As she turns around almost absentmindedly.
Yeah. She's like, is this
Yes,
Fire
yes.
Hot Cafe?
Yes, you dear. What's your name?
Kailani, is this Fire Hot Cafe?
She looks to the cafe. No, sweetie. This is the Biblioplex Cafe.
Oh, okay.
My whole cafe is elsewhere. They serve good drinks there. You should try. Ooh. Yes. she interrupted, like points at the tiny little Alan.
Do they serve worms?
No. She turns to Simon. Yes, my dear boy.
Oh, hi. You're very tall. Is there, does the library close at all? Or is it open 24/7?
Oh, so good question. She goes, good.
Thank you.
The library is open all day, but at night, unfortunately, the doors are closed and locked and sealed for the next day for safety measures. So I would recommend, if you need to do any studying, don't leave it to the last minute. Anyone else? So you kind of looks around.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
I'm trying.
What is your name?
Ash. Pleasure to meet you. I have a quick question. I am trying not to offend anybody. What are you?
Everybody looks at.
Everyone's
He doesn't feel the turn to look at him.
And I'm gonna point at pretty much like Simon, everybody. I've never seen any of you before. Your races. I know what the big fella is, but the rest of you have got me a little stumbled. Sorry.
Before I answer you, can I just say that whilst Simon was asking a question and Kailani heard what Herbie said, she said, "Oh, but you can pick worms from somewhere else. I can show you."
Oh, okay.
And then she looks at him as he said that.
You see,
Just astonished. She looks at him. She walks up to Ash, looks him up and down. You're smaller than her, right? You're a dwarf, so.
Yeah, 4'4".
Yeah, so she's 5'11". She looks down at you. She kind of like circles you like that. I'm gonna take a wild guess. Let's see what she. Does she know what a dwarf is?
I'm sure there's dwarves. I'm not sure if she has gone beyond the
Yeah,
boundaries.
she does. That was a nat 20. What a waste. But it was a nat 20.
You probably haven't met one, but your uncles have gone far and wide, and they obviously read upon the different races of Arcavios, and you know what a dwarf is, for sure.
Right, so she's like, "Oh, you're a dwarf."
You just hear Simon go, "Oh," like he clearly didn't know, but is writing it down. That makes sense.
Right. Kailani, pleasure to meet you. I'm a Triton. That's not very nice to say. If you want to ask what somebody is like that, you probably should say, "Where you from?" And they usually tell you.
Hey, and I will take that into account, and I don't like being looked at like a piece of meat, so I am sorry. I will try and get through this. I am Ash.
I look at the fire guy that had been walking with us, and I just look up at him and I go, "Where are you from?" And I hold my notebook out to write it down.
He looks at you smiling, like he's like, "Oh, sorry? Where am I from?" He goes, well, you kind of catch him off guard. And to answer his question, I'm a genasi, a fire genasi.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I wrote it down.
Okay.
When I extend my hand to you, does Ash shake it?
He will, yes.
Okay.
Very carefully, because he thinks he's probably going to break you in half.
She's 30. She shakes your hand. Do I sense any magic?
From him?
From Ash.
Arcana.
That's more important question for her. No, who you are is whether you have magic. 14.
You don't. You do and you don't.
Okay.
Confusing. For you, magic is a part of you. With this man, this dwarf, Ash, he has magic about him, but it doesn't seem to be coming from within him.
Gotcha.
You can't really see or locate where it's coming from.
Gotcha. He shakes his hand and goes, She looks around. Ah, she kind of tried to whisper. They're owling. They're super fun. They fly. You fly, right?
The wings, I figured. Okay, thank you. Don't know what that is, but thank you.
Yeah, Professor Mavinda was about us. Like, she didn't get a chance to say anything. Like, everyone just jumped in, and she goes, "Oh yes, I'm so sorry." She looks at you, Ash. Where are you from? She kind of like.
I am from Waterdeep in the realm of Faerun.
My apologies. I guess I'm just so used to here in Strixhaven. It's a large cosmopolitan hub. We see all kinds of people come and go. My apologies.
No worries. I needed to know.
What are you?
I look down at Ash and just say, you know what? You know what I am.
I do know what you are, and I am trying not to do anything about that. Yes.
Okay.
Kailani cocks her head.
I just smile at him. I'm Merton. You've introduced myself to him. Just
Pleasure, Ash.
Nice to meet you, Ash.
You too.
Herbie.
Pardon?
Oh, yes.
I'm Herbie. He'll yell, I'm Herbie.
Herbie.
You yell.
Hey, perfect. Thank you. I wasn't too sure if you were a friend or a pet. Sorry.
Friend. Assume everybody's a friend until proven otherwise.
Okay.
Kailani nods, but then she like nudges Ash because she thinks when you said I don't know what to do, like I'm trying not to do anything about that. She thinks you're talking about studying him. She's like, you probably can observe and take notes as we go.
Okay. And I will look at the professor and go, sorry, you can continue.
No. Again, there's no question here that we frowned upon. And Strixhaven, we're open-minded. And I advise everyone that's attending here to do the same. As she says, and she kind of turns back to lead you like deeper into the biblioplex. Kailani, you hear behind you someone go, awesome.
She turns.
And
who is it?
You turn to look at this young elven boy with a shock of green hair. Elven, like, his outfit looks quite elegant, like elven, green with gilded with gold, like the shoulder pads kind of jutting out. And you see, he wasn't really talking to, but he was just standing there looking between Nerton and Herbie and Simon and of course Ash. And he kind of catches you looking at him, and he says, "Is it?" And he turns to you, he goes, "Oh, I didn't. Sorry." He goes, "Hi, Cataris." He kind of like steps forward and holds out his hand.
Hi, Kailani.
He goes, "I know what you." He goes, "I haven't seen you. I haven't seen sorry, not you, but I haven't seen a Triton before. Like aside from in books." He goes,
I turn around to him and say, maybe you want to take a breath there.
He goes, he looks up at you because you're like towering over him. He goes, "Wow, you are magnificent." He goes, just bluntly as possible.
Thank you very much.
He goes, I once role played a Minotaur.
What, your size?
Trust me, it was a challenge. I had to have an enlarge spell cast on me.
That'll do it.
Let's do
let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so sorry, I wasn't trying to intrude. So I'm so sorry.
Let's do Leon.
He goes, he kind of catch where that whispered voice comes from. He's like looking around.
Let's do Leon. It means I greet you in Elvish.
And he goes, yeah, he heard it. He's like, who's speaking Elvish? And he looks at
me.
Oh, he replies in kind, and he goes, hello, little guy. What's your name?
Herbie.
Nice to meet you, Herbie. I'm Cataris Demaloa.
Nice to meet you.
everyone else, as he's this excitable young elderman is introducing himself, the tour continues with Professor Mavinda further outlining features of the biblioplex. She goes, and over there, as she kind of like you move forward with her, and as we move forward, she points to this area here. You all move forward. You see like this. You see at this circular desk. You see these three mages, like all dressed in like what seem to be pledge mages of the university, with the sigil of Strixhaven on their robes. She goes, right here is our information desk. We always have 3 appointed librarians that work these desks, and they will help you with any of your needs. Please, I urge you to not hesitate to ask them for help. They're all experts in their fields and powerful in their own right. And she kind of points, and you see like one of them, this human woman with black hair but streaked with gray, with this golden spectacles, kind of like stands up, because a little bow. She goes, "Greetings, students. I am Avina. I am the head of the librarians here in the library. And again, like Professor Sharpby has said, we're at your disposal for anything you may need." And she kind of like nods back towards the owl and professor. She goes, "Any questions?" As she kind of looks back towards the tour group.
Avina was her name, right?
Avina, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if there's no further questions, tour will continue.
You said Avina, spell it?
Avina.
And she's one of the librarians, but what race was she?
She's the head librarian.
Head librarian,
yeah.
Human.
Human, okay.
Well, she looks human.
Cool, thank you. Simon, anyone who sees Simon at this point sees that he's taking a lot of notes. You can't read them, it's chicken scratch, but he's taking a lot of notes.
Carlini's doing the same, but instead of writing them, she seems to be speaking to something.
Ash is pretty much just going to be looking around, trying to get it all in, and yeah, that's pretty much it. He's not going to be talking a lot.
You see Cataras and Xantha fall, like, kind of like, you see they start to talk to each other, kind of greet each other, kind of like, both of them very energetically kind of following the group as the tour continues past the information desk. Professor Mavinda leads you deeper into the biblioplex itself. And it's going to zoom out a little bit because it's a huge map.
Sorry, I roll for certain random things. Ignore me.
Okay. Ignored.
Where are we headed next?
So she moves forward and she kind of cuts to about here. Sorry, I can't ping, my thing is not showing. There.
Okay.
Okay.
Hang on. Again, she's like leading you past another like information desk with like librarians at the forefront. And she nods towards, again, to her left. Here, she turns to everyone, is your main study area. You see, again, like numerous tables lined up, a few students kind of sitting down, kind of like rifling through books, studying, writing things down. And she goes, again, it's without really saying much, but a lot of you may be spending your time here. Again, she kind of looks to everyone. I really hope you take advantage of it. Moving on, unless there's any questions. And she kind of again turns to the group. as you move further in, you all notice that it's not really the stacks over here or the study area that she's depicting that catches your eye. It's this glow, this blue, almost ethereal glow of crackling energy from the center of the room. She walks closer. She kind of turns, she kind of ruffles her feathers proudly. And she goes, "But here we have the whole oracles." And she kind of like extends like one of her wings behind her.
Lani whispers to anybody that is like near her, "It's the magical snow. This is the snow at the center of the campus."
She goes,
I turn around
"These."
to her and say, yeah, I just was going to say something and then just stop and shake my head as if to say, someone's been swatting up a bit too hard.
You said Hall of Oracles?
Yes.
Okay.
See, this hallowed hall is a record of a university's past oracles. And there, she points at the center of the hall, at the tall symbol of magical energy, is the Strixhaven snarl. And she looks at you, Kailani, and smiles. Like
He shuts up.
young Kailani has said, this is one of the most prominent features in the Biblioplex. She smiles kindly at you, Kailani. She did pick up on that. So as she stands there, she goes, "And here, my young students, we will start your initiation with a little bit of a, you call it a little bit of a treasure hunt of sorts."
All right then.
Yes, and she goes, "But before we start, to make it fair for everyone," she steps around. She kind of leads away around the Hall of Oracles, away from the snarl. She kind of goes in this direction. Goes, "Follow me, follow me." She points to this pristine stage in front of you. She goes, "That is the amphitheater, used for lectures, assemblies, and a gathering place in case of emergencies, which we will make sure and do our utmost best here at Strixhaven that it's not needed." You notice that there's steps that seem to be shifting and moving that lead up to the stage. And as they move and kind of like realign, she goes, "Here also we have members of the Play Actors Drama Guild that often use the stage to meet and rehearse. So anyone that's interested, this is where you probably will meet up, unless you go to Silverquill's campus and use the Rose stage, which will be depicted later." And she kind of like nods at everyone. Any questions so far?
I don't have a question, but Simon does look down at the job paper that she had handed out and gives it a quick skim to see if they have anything specific for the shoot. I forgot the word.
library?
No, for the stagehand sort of thing that she was just talking about. And then you see anyone who is looking would see him circle a couple things on the paper and put it back.
All right. Also, what's everyone's passive perception before the tour moves on?
16.
12.
Did you say 4, Peter?
14.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I was like, that can't be right.
I did say 4 because I was interrupting somebody, so I stopped short.
It's 2 12s, 2 14s, 1 16.
Okay.
Nice.
Simon, as the group starts to move on, you notice as Kailani moves around excitedly on the spot to like turn to where Professor Mavinda's going. You see one of her earrings just falls and hits the ground. She doesn't notice. She's excited, going click, 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 click with her shoes, and she's kind of moving with the group.
Ooh, I go pick it up. They said treasure hunt. This feels like treasure.
Adorable.
Kalani, what do they look like again? Like
It's a little fractal.
It's a little fractal. That's right.
I don't know if you. I think you showed what the mascots are, right?
Yes, but I will show it again because.
Yeah, it's a little fractal earring.
Yeah.
Fractal.
1 second, everyone.
It's the mascot of Quandrix. The only reason she knows so much is because of her uncles being from here.
Yeah.
She's a big fangirl of this place.
Yeah. This is what it's like a miniature. This.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's like a because it
That's what
goes
you
from
pick up
like
from.
one end of her ear to the top. Like it's a little.
Yeah.
Which means it's like bracelet sized for me.
Yeah, probably.
Ooh, stick it in my pocket.
Yes.
What?
Moving
Birds
on.
like shiny things. Leave me alone.
Yes. Yeah. So you
An
just
hour.
hear from in the background call out. Should be moving on. She kind of keeps walking. She moves over here.
Right. This map is huge.
Yeah. See biblioplex. And she goes, here, for those that love a bit of greenery while they study. And she kind of looks at everyone. I know I'm a fan of it myself. She, this is our book garden. And you all kind of like look at this grass. It's kind of, there's like places to sit down. There's lush foliage. You see there's a few people already here kind of sitting there, kind of like, one of them's kind of like lying down, kind of holding up this book. It's kind of floating, and like it's got this mage hand kind of holding it, he's like kind of like it's flicking the page for him. Here's a place where if you look at your extracurriculars, members of the fantastical horticultural club often relax here as well and hold meetings from time to time.
Simon circles something on his paper.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
You see, as she says that, behind her, like, there's amongst these people that are kind of like lying here, kind of like studying, chilling. You see this tall-looking half-orc, kind of. You see, kind of drawing a bit of a, not a big crowd, but like some students kind of listening aptly to him, kind of like. Seeing what he wants to say. He is, without sugarcoating, he looks very, very nerdy. And he's got like his school robes with a bloom symbol, the colors of green and black. He's got like these large spectacles, like this like long, lanky, like black hair. And he seems to be like really animated talking to some of these other students. Some also seem to be sporting the colors of Witherbloom, others have more neutral colors to them. I will show you.
A nerdy orc.
A nerdy orc. Believe it or not. You see Mavinda goes, there's my talk. She goes, and he's kind of like, and that is how you detect a awakened shrub from a normal shrub. Oh! Professor Mavinda, hello! He kind of goes and looks around everyone. Goes, welcome! He looks at everyone that's around. I am Ursmatalk Grosh at your service. Kind of like does like a elaborate little bow. He goes, I'm one of the members of the horticultural club. Remember, if you like plants, this is the right spot for it. And he kind of like looks at everyone, kind of like smiles. He sees a few of the other students that are around him, kind of like smile. And kind of like nod in agreement with him.
Simon waves super hard.
He goes, "Oh, hello!" Kind of. I hit my glass. Hello.
Ash is
That's what
pretty
he
much
does.
gonna.
He actually hits his own glasses as well. Like knocks him with his face. He goes,
Ash
hello.
is just gonna bow his head a little, mutter under his breath, going, "This is not right. This is not right. This is not right. Stay calm. This is not right."
I was gonna say, how does the dwarf react to the orc? How low do you whisper that?
I'll just mutter under my breath, so like only I would ever hear it,
Okay.
unless you're right in front of me.
No, she's distracted. I was just
No.
saying in case you said it out loud.
He goes, moving. So yes, hello, Talk. Yes, again, anyone that's interested in the Horticulture Club, Talk is the one to talk to. And he goes, Professor, and he kind of like she nods at him. Moving on, she kind of like, oh, any questions? She turns around again, almost absentmindedly. Okay. She leads you past Talk and his group of horticulturists.
As we go past them, because Simon doesn't want to hold up the group with like the 4 billion questions he has for Ursma Talk. This doesn't seem like the time. But I will just because we're passing the book garden, right? I will just lean over and druid craft a couple flowers in the garden as we're going past. Just leave them a couple flowers.
Do you do this like quietly, or this is like a quick flick?
It's not showy. No, it's
doesn't
just
draw attention.
It's more of a gift from nature to nature.
As you kind of like do that and walk away, you maybe catch a glance at Ursma Talk, kind of like glancing where you cast it, and he kind of looks around and sees you walk away, he kind of smiles at you, but then you kind of keep following the group.
Yeah.
He waves at you again.
Simon thinks that's his new best friend.
She goes, "Oh, come along." She kind of like Mavinda kind of comes over to this area here, and she
Click.
That's what most of you can hear. And she nods towards this area. Yeah, just make sure I'm reading this right. Yes. So she goes, right. She goes, she turns towards this crisp-looking room, and she kind of like walks towards like the entrance of this room. You see white walls, columns that seem to stretch from floor to ceiling. She goes, here, this is our student and alumni art gallery. She goes, and she kind of waves to the wall. You all see displayed within several art pieces, representative of various media. You actually see a few students in here wearing red and blue with the Prismari colors, kind of like tending to the gallery, kind of walking around these pledge mages. And we have our pledge mages that are always willing to answer your questions about any of the works in this gallery. Very helpful people. You see what like they make sure that everything's pristine, they clean, etc., etc. Yes, and she kind of points to Kailani.
Are theses here as well?
Sorry?
Our final year. Oh, you said that alumni past works are here. Are the theses here as well?
So, I'm sorry, dear. I can't.
Are theses here as well?
Thesis? Oh, like
Final works from people of Fundrick?
yes. Sorry, Medea. I'm getting old. She kind of like yes. Yes, there is indeed final works of students and alumni that have been displayed here. Yes.
She makes a note.
She kind of studies you for a minute. Sorry, dear, I don't mean to pry. And she goes, you look very familiar. Cocks her head, like very bird-like. Like cocks her head like this.
That is the moment that Kailani starts floating, even though she's trying to hide behind somebody. But she clearly floats like 5 foot off the ground. And everybody feels a gust of wind.
That's a neat trick. I'm going to have to learn that.
Yeah, again, you hear Kataros go, awesome. As he sees you like floating there.
She's just trying to make herself as small as possible. And she's trying to hide behind, let's say, who's the biggest person in here? Probably Merton.
Yeah.
So she tries to hide behind
Yeah.
Merton.
I'll just go back
But
and
she's
just like,
floating, so she's still above you.
I've never had that before. Someone looking down on me.
She floats she's like 10 foot off the ground before she lands back.
I just go to grab her to pull her down. So it's like,
Thank
what
you.
are you doing?
It happens when I get nervous.
Ah, okay. Don't worry. I'll keep you. Make sure you're grounded. Why would you be nervous?
She looks at the professor. I'm sure you have met some of my relations, but that could be for another time.
As soon as you say relations, she goes, "Oh, I." Goes, "Are you perhaps related to the?" She goes, "I'm sorry." He's like, "No."
Because
Okay. She kind of like gets the hint. And she goes, "I may be mistaken." She kind of like turns away.
she breathes.
She goes,
Okay.
"Where was I?" Right.
Professor?
Hmm.
Oh, sorry. I just have a question. If we're not a Prismari student, can we still use the art studio?
Of course. She goes, "Here, you may, even if you go to a separate college, you'll feel free to use anything that may help you in your studies here."
Okay, thank you.
Where's the bathroom?
Yes. Sorry?
Fair enough.
It's like a
Where's
whisper.
the
She
bathroom?
hears it, but she's like, the bathroom? Did you say?
Yes.
Oh, she goes, "Who said that?" And she looks around and finally spots you there, Herbie. She kind of points. Oh, right down there. She goes, and she points and
Herbie flies over to the bathroom.
there's let's say there's like a door here, and you kind of just like
There isn't one on the map.
there's one on the map, but it's
She just told you to go outside.
You goes
Magical
outside.
door. It's a magical door. When you need it, it just appears.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like the
the-
different requirements.
it's
There's
a
a few
toilet.
Only
bathroom.
bathrooms.
He'll be
Yeah.
gone for like 3 minutes and then fly back to Merton's shoulder.
She goes, "Right, where was I? Right, here, the Distinguished Society of Fine Artists often meets and holds discussions." She looks towards everyone, and then Kailani, you hear Karis go, "Yeah, they do, it's great, like, all the art, and it's just fascinating, and I love the geometric patterns in it." And it doesn't seem really talking, it's just like muttering to himself. Like, he goes, "Oh, sorry." He looks at you, Kalani. I just love art.
You like geometric pattern?
Yeah, love it.
Are you
How
looking
about
to
you?
get into quadrics?
Yeah, that's
Awesome.
great. I don't. Yeah.
Sorry. Hi,
And
Kevin.
no, sorry.
I
Like
think
you
I
see,
need to introduce-
you hear this, like Professor Mabinda. Yes. Sorry, Professor.
Yeah, she's like, sorry, Professor.
That is quite all right. And she then.
Never known someone so excited about going to school.
She knows everything.
I know. Well, it's good. She's good to know.
It's like she was
It's a place
born
where you
here.
get someone to do homework. Yeah.
I'm gonna be doing homework.
She's gonna be
Oh.
a teacher's pet.
I mean, I have no interest in fractals at all. So I'm more thinking about law holds. What about you?
Oh, I'm thinking about. Well, I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna. Witherbloom. I'm going to Witherbloom. I'm gonna study healing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good plan.
And
Everyone needs a bit of healing.
I think I'll be a public speaker.
Okay. Always good to aim big.
Gotta motivate people.
Yeah. Anyway, let's just keep going, shall we?
Moving on. Yes. You make your way past what seems to be another book garden right here. She walks around it. and heads over to this area here.
I leave some more flowers, by the way, as we go past.
Moving.
As she approaches this area here, she goes, "This is one of our many lecture halls." And she kind of like to these levels. She kind of walks forward and she opens them. Like she waves her hand and they open for her. Steps in. Each of these halls holds interdisciplinary lectures for Strixhaven students. And as you can see, she goes, "You there," and points to you, Merton. "Merton, can you do me a favor and sit at one of the tables, please?" You pull out a snack.
He ate her.
Look, it's a long walk,
Right
okay?
Ow, you're biting me.
He goes and finds a seat. He goes and finds a seat. Sits down. At the professor's request. "Yes, Professor, of course I will."
And you approach one of the many tables and seats, and you just pick one. And as you sit, at first you go, "There's no way I'm going to be able to fit in this tiny little desk. I'm going to crush this." As you think that, before your eyes, it seems to expand.
Whoa.
I
Chair and
shuffle
table.
around a bit. Yeah. "Oh, this is more comfy. Oh, well, that'll stop me falling asleep in my lectures."
Herbie's gonna sit down at another one and see if it shrinks.
Shrinks down to your size.
Ash is going to mutter under his breath, going, "I was hoping he was going to destroy that desk."
She goes, whew. She gives like a happy hoot, and she goes, "As you can see, and has been demonstrated, the seats and tables here shrink and adapt or grow to comfortably accommodate students of all body types and sizes. But that is not all." She kind of steps through all these between the tables and desks to the front of the lecture hall, and standing on the what's it called, the far end of the room, she goes, and as she does that, her voice just she doesn't seem to be shouting. She just speaks, and she seems pretty far from all of you. It just projects out perfectly. It's like she's standing next to you when she says that. "The hall's acoustics are magically enhanced to amplify anyone giving the lecture." And she kind of looks to everyone. "And it will also help minimize disruption of side conversations."
I look down and whisper in Herbie's ear, "I hope I don't fall asleep in the lectures. But if it's going to echo, I hope these lectures are going to be interesting."
Do you snore?
Well, I wouldn't know. I have been told I snore.
Oh. Nobody can ever hear me snore.
Well, consider that a good thing. I mean, I've slept in a few mazes and labyrinths in my time. So apparently my snores echo down the path. So who knows? I guess I'll just have to find out, won't I?
You have cool horns.
Thank you. Anyway, where are we off to next, Professor?
She was following, and as she was doing that, you would see Kailani, anyone that's next to Kailani, you see Cataris would be approaching one of these desks, look at really curiously, the one that you sat down at, Merton. And he looks at Kailani with a smile on his face. He goes,
Enlarge or reduce magic.
He goes, "This is what I was talking about." He goes, "Adapting the dimensions suitably
Based
for
on
the
a mathematical theory.
Yes, he kind of they're just nerding out, basically.
Yeah. And then I just yeah, all right.
Okay, we get it.
Yeah, Simon started to take notes on what they were saying, because the enlarge reduce is a spell that he's aware of, and then 30 seconds in, he just gives up. It just trails off. No. Too much. You hit theory, and he goes, no,
too much information. No.
Yeah.
Because yes, moving on. She kind of like leads
Wait.
out of the hall. Yes.
How would the desk adapt to an ooze?
She kind of looks at you. Good question. She looks around, but like any like ooze like humanoids, she goes, I will get back to you on that one.
Can
quick
we
question,
plot our
Professor. Sorry.
initials?
Yes, well, sorry, one at a time. And she goes, yes. She one second. She looks.
How's the enchantment permanent on the desk? Did it have to be redone every day?
No, it is always adaptable.
That's a neat
yes.
trick.
Yes, and there's many more things to learn here, young man. She turns towards the heavy. Sorry, what were you saying?
Can I
Little one?
carve my initials in the desk?
I'd rather you did not.
Okay. Pops a claw back into his finger.
She sees that. She goes, ah!
So he's putting it away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she kind of gives you this like stare. Anyway, moving on. Unless anyone else has any more inquiries? No? Okay.
No.
I have questions, but I'll wait until the end of the tour.
Oh, you got this, have you?
Quite-
Are they water and fire resistant?
Yes.
Good question.
She smiles. All right. Thank you for bearing with me, students.
Wait.
We're almost. Yes. She kind of like turns.
Simon
Look
had
at
a
him.
question.
Right. She turns to Simon.
Oh, okay, hi. Are there like rooms or anything that we could like put our names down for if we wanted to do like more like quiet studying, like a side room, or if we wanted to do like experiments or anything like that? Are there separate rooms for that sort of thing?
She goes, yes. If you want total privacy, if that is what you see, there is an upstairs area. We won't be going there today, but I'm gladly will show you around afterwards. Yes, it's a more of a quiet area, out of the way, if that is what you desire. Are we all good? She kind of turns to everyone
One more
else.
question, please.
Yes.
Is there a room for tabletop role-playing games?
Oh, I know that one.
She looks to you, Kalani, because she knows you know the answer.
There's a role-playing guild.
Yes, there is. Katarus goes, yes, there is. It's really good. It's
I really want to be part of it.
Herbie
I can
like
go.
screams in joy. Yay!
In the acoustics, everyone can actually hear him go yay, because it like echoes around perfectly. Alright, so she goes, well, back to the center. She kind of like leads away from the lecture halls, back to past the shells, back to the snarl, back to the whole oracle.
Where?
All right.
Where was
Now
that again?
In the center here.
Back to the snarl.
Oh,
Back to.
by the Hall of Orcs.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
The big glowy thing in the middle.
Yeah.
Like the big glowy thing. Yeah, it's the snarl, isn't it? The big glowy thing in the middle.
Yeah.
That's the scientific term.
What, the big glowy thing? The MacGuffin.
In the middle, yeah.
Kailani will just like on the way back, she'll like walk up next to Simon and look at him and say, if you want to do experiments, I know they have labs. I don't know if you're allowed to use them as a first year, but I'm gonna set up my own in my room. I have like lab supplies. If you want to ever pair up for experiments, I tend to explode things a little bit, but otherwise it's fine.
I think my paperwork said that I could get my own room because sometimes my stuff maybe explodes or
Me too, all the time. But what I meant was for
overgrows.
you. You're welcome to come to my room to do the experiment. I'll set up the stuff there. I don't say you needed to stay there.
Wait, do we all share a dorm? Are we not in our own?
I don't know. I haven't seen the head resident.
You know
halls yet.
everything, though. Okay.
No, I know some things. She like blushes. I know some things. I don't know the resident halls. I know we get our own rooms, and I know I'm gonna set up my. I brought my labs kit from home. That's why I was inviting you.
Okay.
Well, I hope I get a room the other side of the dorms. That's what I'm saying.
That's probably safest.
Yes, mine tend to explode too.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I can take a bit of damage, but not on a regular basis. I'm not
Simon
magic-
jots that down on his notebook.
I'm good at putting the fire out.
See?
As you all walk and talk, and you finally get here, Professor Mirinda goes, "Well, now that is done, the rules are simple." And she kind of like again flicks out her hands. You see these pamphlets kind of like materialize in thin air, and they all kind of like shoot towards all of you, and you receive them. And as you receive them, she goes, "Here's a list of clues, and each clue on this list will lead you to a different location in the Biblioplex. If you've been paying attention, that should be easy. Simply travel to the area. Each clue references and perform the action the clue suggests. Time is of the essence, however. You have only until the end of the day to finish your hunt." And she goes, "Solve as many clues as you can, because at each location, you may win a prize. Now then, off you go." And
Thank you.
present the clues for good.
I love a scavenger hunt. Let's go.
Let's do this.
Do we do this as a group or singular?
Right, I think.
That's up to you. You may do
Yeah.
it as a group, you may do it separately.
Done.
Go. Done.
Just kidding.
Alright. Can everyone see the...
You can see Kailani writing something in front of each of the clues.
Yeah, same. There it is.
Alright. You see, Katarus is like kind of like also kind of looking at it, looking it up, kind of like looks at Kailani. He goes, "Do you want to team up?"
He looks, sure.
Cool.
Why don't we all go?
He sticks with Kailani.
If we are allowed to do this as a group, I'm okay with doing this as a group.
Yeah, you see the professor kind of like catches on to what's happening. He goes, "Yes, feel free to go in groups. There's no restrictions as long as you all figure out where you need to go. That's the point of the exercise."
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Thanks for all the, yeah.
Let the scavenger hunt begin.
Okay. Anyone want to take lead on this by chance? If not, I can read them out and we can all decide on where to go.
Martin, can I stay
Before
with you?
midnight.
You're more than welcome, my friend. I can call you my friend, can I?
Yes, I'll be friend. I don't have a lot of friends.
No.
Oh.
Kailani will like read the clue out loud. "You'll forget all about any trouble or plight when you step forward and are ensnared in the light."
Didn't you say that thing was called the snarl?
She nods. Yep.
It's the only
and
big bright
snarl?
glowy thing, and it is the only thing that's really lighting this entire space, so I would assume that's what it means, yes. The Hall of Records.
Okay,
Well-
sorry.
Yeah, no.
Hall of Oracles is beautiful. Snarl.
My commission works when they retire. Seeking promising mages to inspire.
Well, aren't we supposed to get something from here?
Yeah,
Yeah, when you
Before we go on
step
to the next
forward
room?
and are ensnarled in the
Step
light.
forward. I'll step forward. It's on the bigger, the tanky one.
I mean, we already did. We're already in the room.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll walk up and like touch it.
yeah.
So as you approach, here we go. Let's pull that up. You approach the almost blinding snarl, the center. All of you bask in its glow. The bright beacon seems to be have like, again, it's like ringed by the statues of past oracles. You step forward, Merton, right, into what seems to be a pool of energy that seems to be shimmering underneath the floating platform, where there's at least 2 of these brass rings that seem to be floating as well in place. Just you're levitating, they're kind of holding like almost like a plinth of sorts, holding up the magical orb above it.
Yeah.
And as you do so, as you bathe yourself in this magical energy, you are immediately overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of the snarl's magical power. It surges through. It's like an electric shock of high voltage. Like, as you pull away from the snarl, and your hand, where like some of the energy is receding, you seem to be holding a vial of red liquid.
Mm-hmm. Can I examine it? I guess it's magical.
Sure. It's easy enough to tell. It's a potion of healing.
Oh. Okay. I will. Okay. I will. How are we gonna? Question. How are we gonna distribute all these lovely goods then when we find them?
Yeah, I don't know if we each need one. Do we each need to touch the middle?
I don't know.
Well,
Let me, I'll figure it out. I'll go up and do the same thing Merton just did. I'll touch it too.
All right, Ash, you feel the same surge of power, and also crackling in your hand is another potion.
Oh, so each of us, I guess, go
We
in.
go try, yeah.
So you'll feel that.
I'm sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
Herbie is
No,
going
go
to
ahead.
take off a necklace he has. It's got 5 vials of white fluid, and he's going to hold that inside the light.
What
He fills up with-
what are these vials? Are you just trying to fill up?
The
Each
whole
of us
necklace I'm shoving in there to see if
It
it
is-
turns them all red.
There's a
Yeah,
bright,
5
bright
healing
glow.
potions, buddy.
And roll me a D100 for that one.
I was going to mention, would my ring have done anything when that happened?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
No, you don't.
You dip it in there, and there's a crackle of your feathers like stand up on end, and then and you retrieve the vial, and you only see there's nothing in your vials, but as you kind of twitching there, one of them fills up with some potion.
Okay.
Just one.
anybody else? Look at that.
When Ash, when you went into the snarl, you pull and you try to replicate what Merton did. When you felt that crackle of power, your ring, you felt that it's almost like it supercharged it. Like it grew hot on your finger, and you heard a voice in the back of your mind, a familiar voice, who goes, "I haven't felt that in a very long time, young Ash. Are we in? Where are we?" The voice kind of like seems a bit like he's waking up from a deep sleep, almost like
In the back of my mind, I'm going to say, I'm at the Hall of Records in Strixhaven. I'm in front of a record of all of everything they know. I'll try and figure out at some point if we can, absorb it.
He goes, very impressive. He kind of goes, keep me updated.
Yep,
This
will
is
do.
fascinating."
Mm-hmm.
The voice receipt, like the ring cools, like it's the smell of ozone. It's basically supercharged now.
Cool.
All right, so everyone retrieves a potion. Go on. What do you guys do next?
Clue 2 is where all the totally over here, this piece here.
I think it's the painting area.
Yeah, this one over here.
Does someone want to read out loud the clue?
Alumni commission works when they retire, seeking promising mages to inspire.
This one here, and I can't remember for the life of me. What?
That's the gallery.
The gallery.
Yeah, it's the art gallery.
Yeah, the gallery.
Let's go say hi.
All right, so you all make your way down to the student art gallery.
Mhm.
And as you walk in, you wander through. You see, does anyone ask? Do you just wander in, do you just look, or there's a few pledge mages in here.
Simon just wanders in and then immediately gets distracted by the paintings.
I'll just go up to the first one I can see and ask them what they're doing.
You see this, let's say this young bronze dragonborn with the pledge mage robes, kind of like, seems to be like using a mage hand to kind of like sweep and kind of like polish the frames of some of these paintings. And you see he kind of mutters to himself. You see he flicks his hand and he casts prestidigitation to kind of like give it a bit of a more pristine white. And he says, "Oh, sorry." He goes, "How can I help you?"
I'm just wondering what you're working on. I have a somewhat innate ability to see beyond what you're doing and try and think grander.
Oh, he kind of like seems a bit taken aback by. Normally, most people just go and say hi or something, or like, what is this? And I guess, oh yes, well, just maintenance, really, keeping everything pristine. Did you say you can see further? He just seems catching up now.
I like to take a look at what I can see and try and imagine it on a larger scale, let's say. So what would I see in, like, was there any like paintings of like people or sculptures or anything like that?
Yeah, so as he kind of gives you this, and then gives like this, like the smile comes to his, and he sees like his pointed teeth showing. Is take a look, and kind of like points to what he was doing. And you see one of these paintings depicts what seems to be an older alumni from Prismari, wearing those robes. As you look at it, the plaque itself seems to draw your eye because it glows. It's got like this certain aura to it. And it depicts, at Strixhaven, we were all inspired. And you see right below, almost imperceptible, is this lever that seems to be glowing with that same kind of energy.
Okay.
Small lever.
I'll take a look at the picture and say, like, for me, my family are Masons, so we look at things larger. So if I see that painting of the alumni person, and I'll use minor illusion, and I'll create a bigger 3D version of it and have it start spitting. And tell them this is what my family would do to this, but out of stone or marble, instead of just leaving it 2D on a wall.
He looks at it fascinated. He goes, "Wow!" You get a feeling that this man has spent a bit, maybe too long polishing instead of actually casting. He's just taken aback. That's quite something. Your family seems quite talented.
They are. Yes, I'm here to try and expand the business by learning on how to do that more broad than I can. Because I'm not really good at the actual carving part.
Right. So, I think you earned this. And as you kind of like showing him the 3D imagery of depiction of this alumni, he goes up to the lever and kind of like clicks it, and the wall, it's like a panel beneath like the portrait slides, and you see it's like a faint glow in there, and he kind of pops his hand into the wall and he draws out a pendant. He goes, "You've earned this," and kind of gives it to you.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
What school is he? Are you Lawhold? Did you say?
Oh, Silver Quill.
Silver Quill.
W Silver Quill. Yep.
Right. The pendant at first seems like an ordinary average pendant, but as you take it, it shapes itself into what resembles a small ink-like creature, like almost like a black little droplet. Like it's like a silver necklace, but it's like a teardrop. But it's like it's like black, with little red eyes.
An ink mascot.
An inkling.
Or an inkling, yeah.
Can I, whilst that's happening, can Kailani be looking to see if she spots? She's gonna go to like the thesis section. She wants to see if she finds Adrix and Nev's final thesis.
You don't have to look long. Like it's one of the ones that is on main display. It immediately look at it, and your heart soars because their final thesis is basically a recreation of them when they saved your island or you saved your home. But it's like as you look at it, you look at again. It looks like a 2D painting, but you kind of look at it, and it's 3-dimensional. It's almost like you can reach in to the painting, and it just shows them. And you look like as you look at it close, they start moving. And you see them casting their magic to kind of like create geometric patterns that kind of form like a shield against the oncoming storm, buying people time to leave. And you see the painting is just interactive, and it just shows the depiction of the incident. It's almost like you're there. With that, Kailani, what else do you do? Are you just looking for?
I'm just interacting with it, and after a little bit, I'll go find everyone.
Okay. So, what else is everyone doing? Would anyone have seen what Ash has done, or would you all have been doing different things?
Yeah, I went in. Yeah, so I know. I went in there as well. I was just. Yeah.
I was looking at the paintings and I've got a pretty decent passive. I'd say I probably noticed.
And so if all of you noticed, the pledge mage would nod and acknowledge it, and he would draw out, like he would reach into the little alcove and he would present each of you with similar pendants. And they're all like would shape into the mascots of your schools appropriately, very similarly to what Ash has.
What is the mascot for Witherbloom again?
Witherbloom is
It's a pest.
There's a little your pendant. It shapes into this grub-looking like creature, purple and with like wide mouth, sharp teeth.
Little pest.
Little pest.
What's it called?
Pest.
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 Yeah, it's like a caterpillar with like a lamprey mouth.
And a lot of teeth.
Oh, cool, thanks.
He's adorable.
He's super cute.
Mm-hmm.
And Lawhold have the statue mascot, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
So where are we heading next?
Number 3
It's
is
the cafe.
okay.
What are you thinking? What is everybody else thinking? Each group deserves a free treat for their investment. Serve up this list and enjoy your refreshment. Things have gone silent. Anybody got any other ideas?
As we're moving, Kailani
Can't
kind
remember.
of.
No, I just can't remember if where the professor said we could go get snacks from, if that was here or
There's
not.
the cafe at the entrance.
Okay, then that's where I would be thinking.
Yeah, as we're walking out of there, Kailani says, "Well, but look at clue 4 first, since we're here."
Yeah.
Since the garden's right next to us.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
While we're here.
I think we'll do if we do the cafe last as we're heading out, as it
Sure.
were.
So you guys scoot over back to where Esmatog is.
Yep.
He's still there, kind of like he seems to be talking to another student, kind of like, you know, kind of like muttering to us. You walk over to the book garden, to the Lush Arboreum. Someone do me an investigation check as you kind of like all come towards and kind of like look around the greenery.
That's not my forte.
15. Actually,
Okay.
guidance. Wait. I have guidance.
Guidance.
Actually, guidance. 16.
Okay. Right, so we have
I
okay.
remember. Hey.
All right, all good. Kailani,
Simon
yes.
did not wait for them for this. He just went in and started petting any plant that looked that he thought was friendly. Just all of them.
Okay.
Like, he doesn't care if it's the right plant. Like, all the plants deserve to be pet. We're gonna pet all of them, as long as they don't try to eat me, because there are some that might.
Right. So Kailani, and even you, Merton, at the very same time that as you kind of lean over to kind of looking around for any kind of clue, you see Simon start to pat down every little plant he can touch, and as he pats one of these shrubs, it kind of wiggles. It kind of like moves and it kind of like nuzzles him, just jumps up and like starts nuzzling Simon.
Looks like you got a friend there, Simon.
All plants are friends.
Wow.
A few
You
more.
can speak to plants too?
Not today, but sometimes.
Cool. I can only speak to the ones that are in the water.
Oh, I jot that down.
A few more of these shrubs pop out of the ground, like, and they go like little, like they go like little legs. They start like scuttling over curiously to look at Simon. They kind of like circle Simon.
I'd
You
pick
kind of
one
look
up.
up at him. Yeah, it doesn't resist.
Well,
Are you-
yeah, pick one up and see what they
Yeah, you-
like.
Pick up this tiny little awakened shrub. It kind of like squiggles in your hand. It kind of nuzzles you though. It doesn't resist.
Yeah.
And as you look at it closely, you kind of like, yeah, you hold it up. You see it reaches one of its leafy little head kind of like shudders, and it reaches one branch into it and pulls out something intriguing. It pulls out from the top of its head this cuddly looking plush toy of it's basically Lawhold, right, for you, right, Merton?
Yeah.
I do believe Lawhold is like what the mouse
Is the spirit arch?
Yes, it's a statue.
Nice.
Yeah.
You see, it's the adorable gray statue plushie, like a tiny little like a little beard, kind of like scholarly look to it, and it kind of when you hold it, it squeaks.
Yeah.
As I see the plushie, I grab one. Her eyes go wide as she grabs one.
As Ash sees all this happening, he's not one that trusts plants or is not a plant kind of guy. He's going to reach into his bag and grab his water canteen, open it up and hold it out to one of the plants and see what happens.
Okay. It looks at you curiously. Looks at the canteen, looks at you. Kind of like this, and then it reaches into its foliage and holds out a plushie. And it kind of like looks at the canteen, looks at you.
I'll pour some water on top of it. Yep.
Yeah,
I'll pour some water on it.
He kind of like happily squirms and holds out the plushie for you to take.
Okay. I will take it.
I keep an eye on Xanther. He's still with us, right?
Oh yeah, he's there.
I keep an eye on him and give him like the dirtiest look Simon is able to give if he starts to get too close to the plants.
Yeah, like
because it's fire.
He's kind of keeping his distance because, again, he is a flammable person.
Yeah.
So he sees you. He's like, don't worry.
Just give him a little angry hoot. He's like,
he takes another step back. I'm good. We're good.
I cuddle more.
They're like swarm. Simon.
This is the one that I pick up. Give me a plushie because Kailani really wants a plushie.
It squiggles. It kind of like nuzzles you as well, and also like reaches into its foliage and presents you with a fractal plushie.
Plushie. That costs 100 gold. That was one thing I wanted to buy and I didn't. Because it costs 100 gold to get a plushie. I was like, no.
Are there
I didn't
any
spend
roses?
There's roses.
Okay, that's what Herbie will pat. And he'll pull out a small knife like he's gonna cut a stem, cut the rose, and oh, sorry, and put the knife
Simon
away.
Looks at you.
I will angrily druidcraft him a rose and give it to him. No.
Okay, thank you.
I pet the rose.
And then
Kailani looks at you.
And then
go on.
He'll give it back to Simon. Here you go.
Okay. I pet the rose. Put it in my pocket.
Kailani looks at you. You can do that from your hand?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a staff for that. You need to teach me sometime.
I just I grab her hand and I turn it over and I just druidcraft a rose in it. Oh, and then I take it back and I take the rose and I put it in my pocket and then I druidcraft a water lily instead because that makes more sense.
Oh.
She's like, it's beautiful. She kind of takes it and puts it like on her hair.
I like that. When we have rerolls, you can have one.
We have them now.
Yay!
Oh, we have them. Hey.
For the record, does everyone get a plush or just those two?
Yeah.
Everyone gets one. Okay.
Like these shrubs, like the shrubs are just a loving Simon. So anyone associated with Simon is instantly their best friend.
I will get one for Xanther because I'm not letting him near the garden. So.
Oh, thank you.
I don't want him left out, but he's not allowed near it.
His as soon as it it shifts into basically a tiny plushy elemental mascot. Well, thank you, I appreciate it. And he's still keeping a distance from these shrubs. He puts it away.
He looks at him. You can't control your fire?
No, well, I can, but sometimes I get very excited. I don't
know
want to risk
exactly
it.
what you mean.
Anything? I think we're good here, right? Kind of looks around.
Yep.
Where are we going to next?
Okay.
Well, we're right near clue 5, I believe. Some stars at night, enduring and bright, but others, maybe you, are born on opening night. The stage is right over there, and that sounds like where we're supposed to go.
Sounds good to me.
Right.
Head over to the stage.
What do we have to do, though?
shine
Can anyone sing?
bright.
I
No.
can't sing, but I can do something.
Go ahead.
So she steps up, and you see that she opens her canteen of water. She pulls out the water from it, and she starts making these beautiful patterns with shape water.
And while she's doing that, I will use thaumaturgy to make the sound of thunder in the distance. And I'll use minor illusion to create some rain.
Nice. Like that. I would say with that, Kalani, you can roll a performance with advantage.
Woo! I have a default. Wait a minute. Guidance. I'm remembering people. So with advantage. Oh, I didn't roll with advantage. I thought I had. So that is a 22.
Right, so as kind of you start doing this impressive display on this lavish stage, and by the way, like when you first all came here, it was drawn back. But as Kailani stepped up, like there was like these velvet curtains had been like drawn across the stage. But as she stepped up, they by themselves flooded open. And as Ash, you help her with this performance with your apt use of your thaumaturgy, thunder and echoes across the stage. These spotlights light up on stage on top of you, Kailani, making you the center of attention.
She floats because that makes her nervous.
You all see that these bright floodlights snap on around the stage's perimeter. Like she's got a spotlight, and the rest of the stage starts to light up. And as soon as these lights start to light up, they start to float up from where they were sitting on the stage, and they kind of start floating towards Kailani. And then as they kind of grow these bobs of light, like almost these ethereal kind of glow to them, they start to diverge from her. So one of them lands like kind of like this, floats next to you, and the rest of the light, motes of light, fly towards all of you. And as these motes of light float next to you, and Kalani, I assume you reach out to touch it?
Yeah.
You touch it, and there's a little flash of radiance from them, and instead of a light is what seems to be this lantern that seems to be floating there, waiting for you to grab it. A hooded lantern filled with oil.
I just noticed, should I also post what the pendants and the plushies do?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the first one is the plushie.
Go ahead.
And I'll put the pendant one as well, because they're actually magical items, people.
Oh.
So there you go. I forgot.
Herbie will walk over to center stage and say, I can do this. And he'll pull out a handkerchief and cover his hand. And then it'll start puffing up and growing. And when he lifts it off, he's got the fingers of an owlbear.
You see the spotlights are...
And then covers it, and it goes back to normal. And he bows deeply.
Again, Kailani, you just hear Kataros goes, wow, because I never seen magic like that. He looks curiously at Herbie.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Thanks for this, but like he looks to you as well, Ash. He goes, like nice effects, man.
Thank you. Yeah. You can't do much, but I can do some.
So yes, all of you can add a hood and lantern to your inventory.
Cool.
Roll performance well played.
Group effort.
All right. So onwards.
Onwards
You guys
for a
onwards?
coffee.
Yep. Refreshments.
All right.
Worms.
Worms. Let's
Not
see if
worm,
it has
coffee.
Hopefully some sort of alcoholic beverage.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
I think you only get that in the tavern.
You never know.
So you all make your way back towards the cafe. And as all of you enter, again, you see several students enjoying drinks and snacks. And you see this very matronly woman, small, unknown woman. Again, red, like her red hair kind of graying a little bit, like in a braid. And she looks back. She goes, "Oh, darlings, yes. You here for the tour or for the scavenger hunt? Come. My name is Aisla Fizzbottom. Come." She kind of like waves you over.
Thank you.
She goes, "Not at all. She goes, she looks towards one of you. She goes, "Do you have your list?"
Yes.
List.
I'll hand her my list.
Okay. Right. All right. Well, darlings, I'm more than happy to tick you off from your task, but can someone please give me a hand before I do so? She kind of looks towards one of you. I need some help restocking my counter. And you go, she's kind of
Okay, I will go round and help.
yeah, so you see Merton goes around and starts to help quickly restock the cafe sandwiches and baked goods. She indicates to these small pouches that seem to be nearby on a table.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Oh yes, just use those haversacks. Yes, there." And she kind of start pulling out seems to be like way more food in here than there should be in these little pouches.
Just do as I'm told.
She goes, "Thank you.
Can I fly over to her as they're kind of packing stuff, or as they're close to the end? And I don't really want to say anything, but I kind of put my hand in my robe pocket, and I pull out a little bread roll, and I just fly over and offer it to her.
Oh, she kind of goes, "Aren't you just sweet?" She kind of goes, "Thank you."
Okay, thank you. I'll scurry back.
Well, she looks at you, Merton, and everyone goes, and you, Simon. She goes, "Well, thank you very much. That's made my life a lot easier. You know, a lot of hungry mouths to feed and all. Thank you." She's going to say young man, but you tower. She's a tiny woman.
She's a tiny gnome, isn't she?
Tiny gnome woman. She looks up and she's again dressed she's got a little apron, a little chef hat. Looks up at you and nods at all of you. Just for that, she looks at you, at Simon and Merton. She goes, "Here," and she kind of goes through her apron, kind of in one of her pockets on the side, and she pulls out a gift. So I do believe we have a table to roll on of gifts.
Oh.
Yes. I need to say what it is, but it is indeed a little token. It's a gift. Okay. I'll say. Kalani, did you have that before? There was like a rollable table.
Don't remember.
Was that for the trinkets or for something else?
We had a trinkets.
Oh, for the
one.
Yeah, I have trinkets one. The gifts one.
That's it.
I do have rollable tables for
That's
the
it.
trinkets for each of the colleges. Yeah.
That's it. That's the one. We'll use that one.
Do you want me to use that one? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So everybody roll then.
What was it again? What's the roll?
It's a D6 for everybody.
Random trinket.
I'll roll it too. So
Ah, here it is.
remind me of everyone.
Yes.
Herbie and I are Witherbloom.
Okay, with the blue. What are the numbers?
Herbie got a 2, I got a 3.
Two.
Rabbit bones.
Rabbit bones for number 2. A
Yeah.
3. Thick knee-high waders stained with muck and moss.
Ooh.
That makes sense. Like mossy boots.
What did I get?
You got a set of rabbit bones.
Rabbit bones? Okay.
Mm.
Why did mine roll? I did roll. I rolled a 2.
Roll. Yours lore hold, right?
Yeah.
Puzzle box.
Puzzle box.
What?
Bedecked.
Puzzle box. Yeah. That's
Bedecked with amber.
seems to be covered with glowing amber. Yeah.
Can you just message that to me?
Yep.
I'm gonna have a skeleton rabbit someday.
Number 4 for Silver Quill.
And number 4 is it's not the right thing.
I've
Forged
mastered
permission
it.
slip.
Oh, that's it. I was reading the wrong table.
A forged
is
permission slip granting access to the special archives of Strixhaven's libraries. As she passes that to you, she gives you a wink and goes,
What did I get? A bread. I will give my trinket to Simon. Because I just saw you give a bread to somebody. Mine ended up being a round bread roll cut so that someone could spread butter on both halves without ever lifting the knife.
Okay.
So I'll give you that.
I give you a very similar bread roll from my pocket. I just trade you a bread roll.
She
Okay.
takes it. She nibbles on it. Like, never had bread before.
It's good. It's what you would want from bread.
It's just not common where I'm from. We eat this, and she pulls out like a tamaki. Do you know what a tamaki is?
I do not.
It's kind of it's like a roll. It's like a roll, like a cone of algae with rice inside it, and then like sea fruits. And it's kind of like a sushi type of thing, but it's not really. It's a tamaki. Like, this is what I usually have.
Well, let me know if you want more bread, because I always have some.
It's nice.
Yeah, okay.
Well, what next?
I would
was
assume we gotta
it.
go back to the professor.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Let's head back up and find her.
as all of you happily walk away, she goes, "Oh, dears, wait!" And she goes and she kind of like goes, "Here," and she kind of offers everyone a free snack. Because
Oh,
your first day, and we will roll to see what the snack is.
Roll on the snack
you
table.
may or may not like it, but it's not my fault. So let's say,
Blame the DM every time.
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess you
it's
could.
always Nat's fault anyway.
It's always
Take a nap.
Stupid nap. All right. So everyone, roll me a d6.
I'm on a special diet. That's not fair.
I roll another 6. Okay, let
Got
me
a
roll.
1.
If I roll another
Me
6,
too.
something bad's gonna happen. Oh my god, I rolled a 6 in a row.
3.
Uh-oh.
Let's do
Roll 4.
the 6, 3, 4. Okay.
I rolled 3 6s in a row.
6, Kailani, you get
Yes.
dragon breath peppers and salami on a bagel.
Ooh.
who got a 4?
I got a 4.
Merton, you get what resembles to be very crunchy looking frog legs on toast.
Yeah.
Who else do we have here? Herbie, you got a 3? Sorry. Did I miss something?
No,
Yeah.
I was gonna say Ash and I both got ones, but then you
Yep.
went to Herbie, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, right.
Whatever.
No worries. No, you two got a grilled halloumi with morals on wheat.
I don't know what
And-
any of those words are.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna shove it in my mouth.
I eat it, yeah.
And Herbie, you get open-faced radish chips, deep fried with Dijon sauce.
I'll refuse it.
She looks at you. She goes, "Are you not hungry, dear?"
I only eat worms.
I'm sorry. She
I only
the-
eat worms.
Okay, dearie. Tell you what, and she kind of leans in because if you come back to me tomorrow, I'll see what I can do.
Okay, I'll starve till then.
Are you sure you do? She tries to offer you the snack again.
I'll be fine. I'll pull out a ration, and my ration is an apple, and it's got worms all through it, and I'll just pull out a worm and eat it.
She just nods. She goes, "Okay, that's something, I guess." She kind of turns away. Good luck, dearies.
Even Simon looks confused at this. I want to be very clear. This is not an Owlin thing. This is just Peter.
This is a Herbie
Okay.
thing.
This is just
Yeah.
Herbie.
Yeah, before, as everybody leaves, Kailani just pops her head around and says, "I cleaned the tables," and then she waves by and to Isla.
So, sorry, who do you wave at?
Oh,
The
cafe
lady.
Yeah,
She waves
just said
back.
like, "I cleaned the tables for you," and then she kind of like
She
goes
waves back.
with everybody.
Well,
I'll go
Alright,
find the
so-
professor.
Right.
Yeah.
So you head off, and again, like, scavenger hunt complete. You're all feeling happy. You also hear that the atmosphere in here is vibrant, joyous. Like you're all walking like triumphantly back to the professor, and that's when you hear this shriek in the middle of this. It breaks the atmosphere basically. Like in the middle of the biblical, there's this loud shriek. And there's like loud, that trunk it's got teeth. And you see, boom, 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 boom. So you see, at first you're confused because you swear it's Merton, but when you blink, it's a Minotaur, but it's nothing like while Merton looks big and imposing, this Minotaur's got these spectacles. He looks very timid. Look like his eye, like kindly, but timid. He's just running for it. It's like boom, 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 boom. Excuse me. He walks past, and then everyone behind him, there's a lot of students that start screaming and shouting. There's a lot of panic. Some of the majors, like the pledge majors, like staff members, like run forward. But there's like a surge of panic that just dominates the biblioplex. Students pushing, shouting, trying to get past.
Rude.
So it's just chaos in all directions. Books and papers flying about, and you all turn to look at where this Minotaur was running from. I will show you this panicked man that ran past. Excuse me, kind of like pushes past all of you. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, just runs past, his spectacles almost falling off his face, and he just like the feather on the his ear kind of like almost flutters off. He grabs it and kind of like tucks it away and keeps running like into his robes. What do you guys do?
Does he seem like he's running away from something or towards something?
Oh no, he's running. He is terrified.
Away.
In fact,
He's running away. Okay.
when you heard the shriek, it sounded girly, but then you saw
Yeah.
him running from that direction. So you're like,
I
ah.
will head off in the direction of where he came from, if you see what I mean.
Okay.
I'll try and
Alright.
stop him and ask him what's going on.
Do me a
Where's he
dex
going?
save. Yeah.
see?
If you can try and grab him as he's like. Boop, 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 boop.
Kailani's trying to. On the other hand, Kailani's like, "Wait, don't go by yourself." She follows Merton.
I follow Kai.
16.
Okay.
I think I
16.
just, I can look after myself.
He rolls an 8. You manage to. He's a big boy, but you managed to cut him off. He like was what's going on? He kind of stops abruptly. He doesn't like want to trample you. There's a trunk there with teeth. I'm going for a teeth. A teacher. He's just panicking. He's just like he's making no sense.
Teacher or guard? Guard, preferably.
He's not. He just walks around him. It's like.
So you've got 3 of us going towards it.
I will see if I can see the professor and yell for her to come. It's chaos here, Lee. Yeah.
You move towards where the snarl is, and you do see her, but there's just swarms of people. She's trying to calm people down. They're just swarming her in all directions. Bookshelves are getting books are flying everywhere. One of the bookshelves almost falls. You see, she reaches out with her magic and kind of holds it in place. She seems very occupied. She doesn't quite, catch your eye.
Okay. Can I use thaumaturgy to make my voice really, really loud and try and get her attention?
You sure can. Do me, I guess, a performance.
Okay.
It would be with advantage, but it's a chaotic place, so it's a straight roll.
19.
Okay. There's like a loud. It's like thunder again, like a booming. Or do you just
my voice? Yeah.
Right.
Just
what do you say, sir?
Something magical over here needs attention quick.
All right. She immediately snaps. Like she look above the chaos. She kind of like looks in your direction and nods, and she goes back to like making sure the shelf does not crush anyone. Like she starts to like. She conjures up these familiars to help her. She conjures up these inklings that kind of like swarm around and help her like try and keep the shelf from collapsing. Everyone else that has proceeded towards the areas, was it Merton, Kailani, Simon? Did you go?
Yeah,
I followed Kai. Yeah,
I followed Merton, and she followed me. Simon followed me. What about Herbie? Are you still on Merton's shoulder?
No, I'm gonna fly up into the air and hover above, but I'm following.
Okay.
So you run off.
Which direction was it from, actually?
That's a good point. It came from over here. It's not letting me click on that. Over here. Oh, that's not. Okay. Down here. My map is glitching for me a little bit. Here. Yeah. Right. Roll 20 strikes again. It's not letting me. It's near these tables down here, at the bottom, near the lecture halls.
While they're running after I do that, I'll mosey my way down there, but I'll be probably a little bit behind.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, I'm going to have to go.
No worries.
Yep.
As they approach, so as you get to that area, you all, like the people that have gone there, just come around the tables against like all the strewn books, and there's a few like trunks that have been like knocked around, but in the center of these strewn trunks, there's one there that it's hopping around, and it looks in your direction, Kalani and Merton and Simon. You see it kind of like predatory, like stops, and it was looking around at the chaos, and then it goes. It opens its lid wide, and these sharp rows of teeth jut out, and this purple tongue kind of like slops out and shoots towards all of you, and that is where we're going to leave it.
Cool. That was fun.
Getting attacked.
It's always good to start off with a mimic fight.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright,
yeah.
done.
All right.
Okay. See ya,
Good
Dave.
stuff. We made
Bye.
it to the mimic. See ya. Thanks for hanging in there.
See you later.
Again,
See you next week. Bye,
Yep.
guys.
Bye, bud.
Bye.
That was fun.
again, I would like to thank everyone for participating. It was fun. I guess if no one has any other qualms, same time. Are we good to do this bi-weekly? Are you guys good with that? Would you prefer it weekly
I'm
or
good.
bi-weekly?
Really,
I'm good with
anytime for me, it
bi-weekly.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Bi-weekly would be great for those of us DMing a lot of games.
Yeah.
Let's take it down to bi-weekly then.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah, whatever is good for everyone.
Nope,
All right, so
bi-weekly works.
thank you everyone for tuning in to the premiere of Strixhaven.
Yipper.
It was great. I had a lot of fun. And is there any other announcements that we need to make, Peter? We got Warlocks. Warlocks is on later.
Yes.
So.
Tonight.
8 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be streaming Warlocks, the return of Oopsall.
Oops. Oh.
And,
That sounds entertaining. An
and
entire group of
It
warlocks.
really is.
Nothing's going to go wrong.
yeah. And
Nothing.
normally we would have Session Zero Gates of Divinity on Sunday, but this Sunday is Easter, so it is canceled this week.
We do have Dragonlance on Monday?
No, we don't have Dragonlance, but we do have the Tuesday game.
We have Frost Maiden
Frost
on
Maiden.
Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. EST. Let's see what happens with that lot. And then on Wednesday we have my game Legends of Mephis for a bat fight at the same time as an embassy heist raid like thing that they decided to do.
Oh my.
So go and
Definitely
check
planned
out
espionage.
those.
So much going on there.
Yes, then Thursday on Discord we have Lost Dwarves of Fandelver with DM Belvedere or Captain Crit at 9 a.m. EST. And I believe Friday Elemental Chaos also with Captain Crit. But those games are on Discord. So join the Discord and check them out.
Cool.
All right. Great.
All right. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you guys in 2
Thanks,
weeks.
everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Until next time.
Yep.